Fox News. President Trump posted that on Truth Social, offering condolences to a young couple, both Israeli embassy staffers, murdered last night near the Capitol Jewish Museum.
Free Palestine!
That is the accused gunman chanting that when he was being taken into custody. Posted on Instagram by Shine with Israel.
It took place last night around 9 p.m. The Israeli ambassador to the United States says the male victim had recently purchased a ring with the intention of proposing to his girlfriend next week in Jerusalem. The ambassador said they were just wanting to enjoy an evening in Washington's Cultural Center. Now, here are the victims, Yaron Lachinsky and Sarah Milgram. The Israeli embassy posting this tribute saying they were our friends and colleagues. They were in the prime of their lives. This evening, a terrorist shot and killed them.
That's Fox's Lucas Tomlinson. They're getting ready to soon vote in the House after working all night on what President Trump calls one big, beautiful budget bill.
You will see an American renaissance, a golden age in this country that we haven't seen in generations. Why would people vote against that? Who knows?
Majority Leader Steve Scalise a short time ago on the House floor.
And this bill allows for the deportation of violent criminals that come here illegally and harm American citizens. We should all support that.
Democrats call it one big ugly bill, saying there are hundreds of reasons to vote no.
The GOP tax scam represents an assault on the economy, an assault on health care, an assault on nutritional assistance, an assault on tax fairness, and an assault on fiscal responsibility.
That's Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries minutes ago.
Millions of people will lose their coverage as a result of this GOP tax scam.
The Republicans say they're only cutting waste, fraud, and abuse from Medicaid and adding needed work requirements. The Pentagon has accepted a gift from Qatar, a Boeing 747 jet the president wants to use as Air Force One. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Indianapolis Colts owner Jim Irsay dies at 65. Your radar is clear in downtown Indianapolis where it's 52 degrees. Your high today, 61. I'm Ryan Hedrick for Window Nation. Here's what's trending at 6:02. Jim Irsay did what he wanted and what he thought should be done. Chris Davis with a quick look back at a complicated man's life.
Jim Irsay was an enigmatic figure in Indiana's complicated sports hierarchy. He was a team owner, but often frustrated fans by being heavy-handed in the team's operation.
I'm glad he doesn't have any NFL experience. I'm glad he hasn't learned the fear that's in this league.
That's from a press conference on the hiring of Jeff Saturday as interim head coach in 2022. The son of millionaire businessman Bob Irsay, Jim was born and raised in a suburb of Chicago, graduated with a journalism degree from Southern Methodist University, and played linebacker there. He joined the Colts organization in 1982 and moved with the team to Indy in 84. It was in 1997 he became principal owner. His decisions after the Colts' most productive years often put him at odds with fans, but his personality was strong and shined in all he did.
I picked up my bag. I went looking for.
That's Irsay singing The Weight to promote the Jim Irsay Band and Collection. An obvious love for life, his team, and his town. Irsay can now take a load off. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Hall of Fame coach Tony Dungy told Wish TV this is a tough moment for both his family and the Colts family.
He had a tremendous impact on me, and it's just like a brotherhood. I remember the first time he called me and talked about his vision for the Colts in the city of Indianapolis and what he wanted to accomplish. He wanted us to be good, obviously, but he wanted to connect with the fan base. He wanted to impact the city. He wanted to win, but do it in the right way.
And Irsay's last post on X was a message of support for the Indiana Pacers and their playoff run, and last night the Pacers delivered.
Halliburton driving, he's in the lane, he nearly lost it, he backs up and unloads a three. Oh, that did not happen. It hit the back of the rim, it popped high into the air, and it dropped gently through the net. The scoreboard shows 125-125. It's called a two-point shot.
And it was a two. Mark Boyle on the Elevance Health Radio Network. Whatever the cost, the Pacers beat the Knicks in overtime in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, 138-135. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com. Traffic and weather together in 1 minute. It's 6:04.
You may not have 1,000 horsepower, but you're always racing, whether it's to work, to pick something up, or drop someone off. So go the distance, knowing Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles. Shop any of Hubler's 13 locations or visit drivehubler.com and choose from over 2,000 vehicles. Chevys, Fords, Toyotas, GMCs, Buicks, Nissans, Acuras, Mazdas, Hondas, and many more. All makes, all models, certified vehicles, luxury vehicles, even the hard-to-find ones. Plus, every Hubler Q certified vehicle is covered by a 128-point vehicle inspection and a free Carfax history report.
'Cause Hubler's got you covered.
No matter where you're racing to, go the distance, knowing Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles. Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 locations.
Cover me!
Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Checking out the interstates right now, and they're looking pretty good. Even you, Fisher, southbound 69, fantastic from State Road 37 down to 465. Good morning, guys. Looking like 4 minutes right now to make that short stretch without any interruption or delay. And looking at going to the airport from downtown, it's westbound 70 wide open from the south split out to airport with Ronald Reagan Parkway and Ameriplex. By the way, reminder, Capitol Avenue, that very important one-way southbound into downtown is closed from 16th to 15th Street for hospital construction. That's going on until Sunday, June 8th. Traffic sponsored by Progressive Commercial Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance, protecting your business vehicles 24/7. Get a business insurance quote online in as little as 7 minutes. See if you can save at progressivecommercial.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. What's happening?
Hey, Tony. Good morning. Kind of a carbon copy day today from what we had yesterday. Cloudy, breezy, cool, and at times damp. We'll have a few spotty light showers this afternoon. Best we can do, a high of 60 later on today. We're going to kind of clear things out a little bit tonight. Partly cloudy. There could be a few areas of fog. It's going to be cooler, a low of 44. Carb day still looks good. Mostly sunny to partly cloudy, a little warmer but still well below average, a high of 66. Saturday dry, partly cloudy, warmer, a high near 70. Race day, partly to mostly cloudy. There's still some rain chances. Right now the lean is south of I-70, and I may be pushing it back a little bit mid to late afternoon. So that would leave us okay for the race, but it does look cloudy, and it still looks pretty cool for race day with highs only in the mid-60s.
So, race day is no rain at the track.
This hour on 93 WIBC is powered by Absolute Comfort, your American standard.
Is it something I said?
It must have been.
Right.
It must have been. I'm feeling a little bit more confident. I still have to mention that there's rain in the neighborhood, but I think there's a sharp cutoff. But from what I've been seeing running through this morning, it looks like the rain would not only stay south of I-70, but may not even arrive into the state until after 2 or 3 o'clock. You get to that point, especially around the 3 o'clock hour or so, you're kind of getting closer to checkered flag, and so you'd probably be okay, and it's a moot point anyway. So that's the lean. We're still waiting on some of the shorter-term models to kind of come in here, but we're starting to get at least some consistency with that, so I'm feeling a little bit better about that.
And temperatures that get us in low 60s, right?
Mid-60s, yeah. I mean, even if we don't see the rain, I still think the rain's close enough that we're probably going to have more clouds than sun. And so that's probably going to keep our temperatures down. And we're still kind of locked in this cooler pattern that we're experiencing now. So mid-60s, I think, is going to be a pretty safe bet for race day.
Fast speeds, kid. Fast speeds. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. That right there is Marcus Bailey of Wish TV. Thank you, Marcus. Appreciate it. 50 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:09.
This hour on 93 WIBC is powered by Absolute Comfort, your American Standard Mitsubishi electric ductless mini splits dealer.
Jim Irsay. Never had a conversation. Never a comment, nor an email or tweet exchange. I came to Indianapolis the same year Jim Irsay got pulled over in Carmel. That was my introduction to Irsay. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. In every single conversation I ever read or heard about any former player for the Indianapolis Colts discussing the late owner who passed away yesterday at the age of 65. Every single conversation was based on the fact that Jim Irsay was the best owner in the universe. The best guy. The best owner if you were a player. A guy who was with you. A guy wholly and truly, in one could argue the positive way, obsessed with his team. Obsessed with a city. Obsessed with an idea. Every single conversation leads down that road. Earlier, in our news coverage, Chris Davis referred to the fact, and Ryan Hedrick, our news guys, that he was a complicated man, as many people are. Battled his demons, as many people do. Those conversations have been discussed over the years, and I have no doubt they will continue to. But the immediate outpouring after learning of his passing yesterday, as the Colts organization described it in the afternoon hours, is nothing but what this man did for this city, what this man did for Indiana, what it is this Irsay family has meant to truly the concept of an identity. From that late night move in Mayflower trucks in 1984 to the Manning era, to a Super Bowl, to a heartbreaking Super Bowl loss, to all we imagined with Andrew Luck, to those things not materializing through the leaner years most recently. In every single bit of social media, of written commentary, it is philanthropist. It is a steward of Indianapolis. It is we are better off for having known the man. I would have enjoyed the conversation, I think, if only just to know just some basic things about him, about his personality. I don't know if he ever would have liked me, but I think that is not the important part. I don't know his daughters, Carly, Casey, and Kaylin. I have never met them. I've heard before that one of them listens to the show. I have no idea if that's true. Sometimes people say things maybe to just make you feel good. I hope the city of Indianapolis makes you feel good, you and your children. He had 10 grandchildren, did Jim Irsay. You should know that this is a city that appreciated, a city that respected, and a city that one could say in the rare moment is absolutely true when these things are said so willy-nilly. This is a city that loved your father, that appreciated what it is that he and his father did for Indianapolis and did for Indiana. While it may feel it, and I would not know what it feels like for you, you do not mourn alone. Jim Irsay is gone at the age of 65. The legend is not. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
It is being called a transformational project. We'll tell you what it is at 6:32. Brought to you by the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA.
Our truck is at Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield. They have got all of the deals and all the employee pricing. Yes, employee pricing. The F-150s, the Super Duties, the Explorers, the Expeditions, all with employee pricing. So I was there last week. I was checking things out. I was grabbing a new Ford Bronco, which is an incredible, incredible truck. You got to check it out. They have got, first of all, the showroom, nothing but Mustangs. Oh, beautiful Mustangs. You got to see them. The Dark Horse, it's available for you at Andy Moore Ford. And so many opportunities to get a great deal. They will buy your used vehicle right now. You'll get top dollar, even if you don't buy a car from them. Andy Moore Ford, incredible people, good people that you want to be connected with who are going to help you get the best deal for your car, for your truck, for your SUV, for your electric vehicle. Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield. Talk to them today. 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield. I think I got that address right. But online at Andy Moore Ford, M-O-H-R, AndyMooreFord.com. Traffic on the 5s, Matt Bear, what's happening?
We are looking at the east side right now, Tony, and it looks pretty good. We do have this traffic hazard now on southbound 465 going to Shadeland Avenue on that exit ramp. Okay, it sounds like a breakdown, and the ramp is open, but it is partially blocked. Also looking at westbound 70, wide open right now, 465 into the north split. Traffic sponsored by Progressive Commercial Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance protects small businesses with affordable coverage options. Get a business insurance quote online in as little as 7 minutes. Visit progressivecommercial.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
50 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:16.
You love spring in Indy, so don't spend it painting. Do what your neighbor Mike did. He called Rhino Shield.
Our home is basically a contemporary, and we just started noticing that the paint was just fading and just looked like garbage. We had received a postcard from Rhino Shield, and we decided to take a look at it.
Rhino Shield's formulated for our specific climate here in Indiana.
The process with Rhino Shield and their crew, they were just very conscientious. We had problems in the past with painters. They leave debris and everything. Well, we didn't have that with Rhino Shield.
Way better than paint, backed by a 25-year warranty. Right now, get the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 15% off the regular price.
The thing about Rhino Shield, the heat gain has been reduced, and we save $70 a month. You don't hear that about any type of paint.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Millions of illegal aliens crossed our southern border under Biden administration policies. But now, things are changing. This is your Congressman, Jefferson Shreve. I'm committed to securing our borders and to protecting our Hoosier communities. I'm delivering for you. Because of Republican leadership, illegal border crossings are at an all-time low. I'm leading the charge to complete the southern border wall and deport illegal aliens. I'm fighting for Indiana and working for you in Congress.
Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
Hey, this is Spencer Thompson at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. Now through Monday, it's our tariff-free Made in the USA sale. Save 50% on Lazy Boy, Smith Brothers, and Flex Steel. Save up to $800 on mattresses, and we guarantee you the lowest price on Berlin Gardens and Pollywood Outdoor Furniture. Up to 4 years interest-free financing, extra discounts for cash, and free delivery. Sale ends Monday only at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
Why'd I go to the doctor? One day at the firehouse, I was so lightheaded I could barely stand. Even my crew noticed. Getting checked out was the right call. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Carb Day starts at Just Add Water Boats on South Franklin. We're going to be there from 6 to 9 a.m. Check out the huge selection of new and used boats and wave runners, snacks and drinks, plus accessory giveaways, including tubes and life jackets. Join us at Just Add Water Boats this Friday at 6 a.m. as we kick off Carb Day.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov or text Tony Katz to 46220 today.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
We were live yesterday on Tony Katz Today when President Trump welcomed the president of South Africa to the White House. And there they sat in the Oval Office. And those Oval Office meetings have now become like a Festivus airing of the grievances. Sorry. It's what it is. Let me tell you what I don't like about your face. And then President Trump goes to work. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. We've seen this now a couple times. Very direct, open conversations. Fearless. Well, here's South Africa, where absolutely and without question, white farmers are being attacked by black residents. Well, Tony, it was apartheid. What do you expect? Apartheid is over, thank goodness. Apartheid was evil, no doubt. And I was told that this was a nation that wants to move forward. No, this is a nation that has a seemingly significant population that wants to kill the white farmer. They chant about it. They sing about it. Even the president of South Africa. The video is very, very clear. Has stated that their land should be taken. The land of people who are white in South Africa should be taken.
The question of land, the land of our forefathers and our foremothers must return to our people without any fail and without any payment of compensation. And it must happen now.
So if the land has to be taken without any compensation, whose land are you talking about? Of course, you're talking about the land of white farmers. President Trump brings this up because we took in about 50 white Afrikaners, and the political left went crazy. You're only taking them in because they're white. There's no genocide in South Africa. Why? Because you didn't pronounce it to be? Who cares what the left pronounced? Does it matter what the political left has pronounced? The answer is no. Of course not. The political left always sides with the worst people. In Indiana, they side with the worst of the worst, which is a story out of Noblesville. A guy who has run for office, Democrat, now trying to pull a James Comey and putting together pebbles to spell out 8647. We'll get into the violence of the Indiana Democratic Party, how there is absolutely no governance of this party. Karen Tallien, your move. Democratic Party's move. I will get into that story. So there's Trump in the Oval saying, listen, we want to do trade with you. We want to work with you, but you've got this problem. And the South African president, Ramaphosa, is saying, well, no, you don't quite understand. That's not happening. It's not how we are. It's not how we act. It's not what we believe. And Trump says, well, here's a video. Watch this. And everybody in the Oval, all the press turns to a television screen where Trump starts playing a video showing the people of South Africa screaming, kill the Boer, kill the white farmer, kill the white person. Showing unmarked graves, and the South African president's like, where is this actually happening? Then Trump says, look, here's a headline. He brings a stack of papers, printouts of headlines. Death, 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 death. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. It was Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. In terms of its honesty, how direct, how focused, we're not going to do this. Incredible moment. And yet you still have people on the left who will tell you that everything's fine and the country is racist because you're not taking somebody in from South Sudan. If you show me people who want to live the American way of life in some area of Sudan, whichever area you want to discuss, it's fine by me. But if you're talking about two warring factions where one group wants to kill the other group, no matter which way you turn, it's just that one group is stronger than another group, that doesn't mean that the other group automatically should be allowed into the United States. Now, does it? They never once do that. They never once ask, well, who's the group that wants in? Oh, there's a group that's being oppressed. We have to help them. Have we asked ourselves what that group is about? Incredible story. Then you have, as has been reported in the overnight hours, 2 Israeli embassy staff members killed, assassinated, murdered, I don't care how you want to call it, outside the Jewish Museum in Washington, D.C. A suspect has been arrested who was screaming, "Free Palestine." I have thoughts. I will bring those to you at 7:45. Right now, Matt Baer has traffic.
Northbound 65 on the south side is slowing up from Raymond Street into the south split because of road construction. And then on the east side, southbound 465, this is I-70, a stall on the right shoulder, not causing any delay at the moment. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This may be a hero at the finish line. Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives remind you to say yes to organ donation the next time you're at the BMV. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob. The latest on Trump's big, beautiful bill. It's going to cost you beautifully. We'll see you Thursday, 9 to noon, 93 WIBC.
Keep the power on. It's good advice, by the way. Generator Supercenter is here to help make that a reality with a Generac automatic standby generator for your home. Generator Supercenter is the nation's #1 Generac generator dealer. And Generator Supercenter, right there in Fishers, has got all of the Generac automatic standby generators for you. You can take a look at them all because they are different. Different purposes, different needs, different sizes, different amounts of power. It really depends on you. What is your need? Generator Supercenter is here to help. Then they will come to your home and they will show you how it lays out. So if you have a down power line from ice on the line or an accident or the power grid fails, which is absolutely possible, Generator Supercenter will have you covered because a Generac automatic standby generator will immediately kick on, keeping your family safe and secure, your business up and running. Talk to Generator Supercenter today. Check out the showroom, 96th at 69, or call 317-827-0808. 317-827-0808. Generator Supercenter, 827-0808.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. That does give us certain advantages, for example, in focus and resources. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. If you're a guy facing divorce, remember, Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on.
101 West Ohio, Indianapolis. CordellCordell.com.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Denny Smith for Sundown Gardens and Miss M's Home and Garden. The Memorial Day sale is here. 20% off container trees and shrubs and 30% off pottery now through June 1st. Finish off your yard and garden for the summer with annuals, perennials, and hanging baskets still in stock, and save 20% off container trees and shrubs, 30% off pottery at the Memorial Day sale at Sundown Gardens, 186th Street and Spring Mill Road in Westfield, Miss M's Home and Garden on State Road 135 in Bargersville.
Integrity, responsibility, humility.
Commitment, discipline, grit.
Leadership, resilience, dependability.
This is what it takes to be a high school student athlete. It's also what it takes to be a high school sports fan. Plus,
loyalty, sportsmanship, respect.
Support, encouragement, being a positive role model.
Buying a ticket, showing up, cheering loud and proud.
I'm Robert Falkins, Assistant Commissioner of the IHSAA, and these student athletes need your support in the stands.
I'm Sawyer Tittman from Fort Wayne Snyder High School.
I'm Allie Ward from Boonville High School.
I'm Owen Fouts from Yorktown High School. It means a lot when we have fans at our games to cheer us on.
It helps us dig even deeper and do our very best.
It takes all of us to represent our school and community with pride.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Be a champion of high school sports by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is supporting your student athletes. This is showing up for your team. This is your IHSAA.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Remembering Indianapolis Colts owner Jim Irsay. Your radar is clear. It's 52 degrees on Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. Your high today, 61. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30.
He was just like coming home to see Dad when you see Mr. Irsay. He had open arms to everyone.
A fan told Wish TV outside Lucas Oil Stadium Wednesday night that he had just heard that the 65-year-old passed away peacefully in his sleep earlier that day. Another fan shared his thoughts as well.
It's going to be a big loss. I have some family members that know him personally, and it's going to be a big loss to them also.
Irsay grew up with the Indianapolis Colts, working in various roles, including serving as general manager when he was just 24 years old. He's survived by his 3 daughters and grandchildren. No cause of death has been released. 2 Israeli embassy employees were shot and killed Wednesday night outside the Jewish Museum in Washington, D.C.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio condemning the shooting, saying this was a brazen act of cowardly anti-Semitic violence. Make no mistake, we will track down those responsible and bring them to justice. House Speaker Mike Johnson saying overnight that they are monitoring the situation as more details become known. And Senator Chuck Schumer called the shooting sickening, describing it as a horrific instance of anti-Semitism. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries weighing in, writing in part, quote, anti-Semitism has no place in our nation, and its rise must be urgently crushed by people of goodwill across America and throughout the world.
And that's Fox's Brooks Singman reporting. A man was arrested following the shooting after he walked back into the museum. Gas will be cheaper than last year this Memorial Day weekend. Gas Buddy says the national average for a gallon of gas is $3.08, a little bit cheaper here in the Hoosier State. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. You have traffic, weather, and sports together in 3 minutes. It's 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Gary Dick. Transformational. That's how some officials in Northwest Indiana are describing the decision to locate a new Lake County Convention Center in Gary. After months of deliberation, Lake County commissioners selected a site next to the current Hard Rock Casino, Northern Indiana, over a competing site in Hobart. The plan includes a 300-room hotel that would be connected to the casino with a walkway to the convention center. A new law signed this month by Governor Mike Braun is designed to help Indiana wineries, especially smaller producers, reach new customers. It allows wineries to offer samples at farmers markets, where previously they could only sell wine by the bottle. That according to Indiana Winery and Vineyard Association board member Brent Comfer.
It's very difficult to sell like sight unseen or sight untasted bottle of wine for $25+. And so going and attending farmers markets and outside events was restrictive.
Fort Wayne-based Parkview Health is expanding its footprint in Indiana with plans for 2 new facilities in Marion. The health system said this week that a multi-specialty clinic is set to open this summer, and a freestanding emergency department and urgent care facility will come online in 2027. Parkview said in a news release the projects are part of a commitment to protecting and expanding rural access to care. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Today, you either innovate or evaporate. We are accelerating the pursuit of progress, from the foods we eat to the heights we soar, because this is Indiana, the innovation capital of the world. We rally visionaries across industries, invest in connections as much as capital, and fuel our founders from dorm room to boardroom. Fuel your innovation with Elevate Ventures. Visit elevateventures.com.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America builds and maintains roads, bridges, and other essential infrastructure that make us the crossroads of America. So thanks to LIUNA members' work, Hoosiers have a better quality of life, like access to utilities, easier routes to jobs, schools, or medical care, and deliveries keep moving. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
The Hoosier Lottery anticipates earning and spending slightly less than budgeted, but says it is still on track to deliver a hefty surplus payment to the state of Indiana. In a forecast revealed this week at a commission meeting, revenues are expected to end the 2025 fiscal year on June 30, down by almost 4%. But the lottery's contract operator, IGT Indiana, predicts it still will provide $352 million in net earnings to state coffers. This is Gary Dick for 93 WIBC.
Okay, on the east side, a stall on the exit from southbound 465 to Shadeland Avenue. That ramp is open. It is partially blocked. And then looking at eastbound 70, this is at Arlington Avenue where we have a crash blocking the right lane. No delay at the moment. South side, northbound 65 slows Raymond Street into the south split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This May, you can be a hero at the finish line. Say yes to organ donation and talk to your family about your decision. A message from Indiana Donor Network and driven to save lives. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
50 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:36. We check on sports. What a night. Ryan Hedrick, what's up?
What's up, Tony? New York Knicks fans have not seen a night like this since 1994. Mark Boyle on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
2-point game, 6 seconds to go. Halliburton driving. He's in the lane. He nearly lost it. He backs up and unloads a three. Oh! That did not happen! It hit the back of the rim. It popped high into the air, and it dropped gently through the net.
Tyrese Halliburton threw up the choke sign, just like Reggie Miller in Madison Square Garden. His clutch shot forcing overtime in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The Pacers pull off a comeback win, winning 138-135 after trailing by 17.
I would like to not keep being in this situation. We're just a group that has spent a lot of time, with each other. And I think the front office's decision to keep, the majority of our group together, basically our whole team together essentially after last year, I think was really big.
And the Pacers are 3 wins away from an NBA title appearance. Game 2 is in New York on Friday. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go into WIBC.com.
This May, be a hero at the finish line. Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives reminds you to say yes to organ donation the next time you're at the BMV.
Heat and cool places where ductwork won't fit using Mitsubishi electric ductless mini splits. You can even wrap them to match your decor.
Find out more at absolutecomfort.org.
Pacers, man. I think Cardiac Kids is already taken, but this is just absolutely nuts.
Indiana with it. Halliburton. He'll take it. He'll backpedal a three for the win. And he got it!
Now that forced overtime. Halliburton driving, they gave him the lane, realizes he wants to bring it back and try and win it and go for 3. The ball bounces off the back of the rim straight up in the air. Falls right through. They go to overtime. Pacers 138, Knicks 135. Best part about that? It's not how I do things. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to tell Tyrese Halliburton how to do things. He does the Reggie choke. He did the Reggie choke. If his, I don't know which foot was that. Was that his right foot or was that his left foot that was just over the line? His right foot. His right foot is back another inch. That game was over right there and then. But then they lose in overtime. That is precious. Game 2 is coming up. And then game 3, race day, right here, which brings us to Roger Penske lowering the boom. I mean, Penske brought the death penalty to guys on his team. Multiple firings. Penske team president, Tim Cindric, fired. IndyCar managing director, fired. IndyCar general manager, fired. Because of the attenuator. And what was done with it. And seemingly this has been going on for a while. And I think as Doug Bowles had pointed out, these things are being missed. There's a problem here. Now, Doug Bowles is scheduled to be with us at 8:15. We will have this conversation. But if Penske is trying to make the point that he won't have it, and he knows that quite literally the integrity of the entire series is on the line, which it is. I mean, he showed it in every way. Showed it in every single possible way yesterday. They're now talking about an independent governing body to get out there and actually run this thing. We'll see how that works. We'll see how that comes together. But there seems to be some serious conversation and effort involved here. Just the last 24 hours of sports news with that and the death of Jim Irsay, who passed away yesterday at the age of 65 at his home. Coming up to the race, there is no bigger series of stories in the world right now in the world of sports. Everything revolves around Indiana. Absolutely everything, because no one's talking about the Knicks. They're all talking about the Pacers. Game 2, that will be tomorrow night. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Colts owner Jim Irsay has died.
It is impossible to overstate the impact that Jim Irsay has had on the city of Indianapolis.
Now we're world champions.
Monument Circle lit up in Colts blue and white.
Love this city, love the state, loved his football team.
Leaves a city that is far larger, more vibrant, and nationally known due to his thumbprint on it.
Remembering Jim Irsay, 93 WIBC.
It's easier to win the race if you start in pole position. I mean, the same goes with your money, your retirement planning. Trajan Wealth is your team, your crew chief, if you will, helping you be ready as possible when the race to retirement is over. Matt Bear here. Hey, call and schedule your first consultation with Trajan Wealth. It's free. 317-480-4040. 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. Trajan Wealth designs wealth management to protect, maintain, and expand your financial portfolio. They offer retirement portfolios that are totally customized to your dreams and timeline. And it starts with an in-depth understanding of your short and long-term goals for the future. Call today to learn more about these strategies. 317-480-4040. That's 317-480-4040. Or visit TrajanWealth.com. Remember, your first appointment is on them. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
Hammer and Nigel here for Window Nation. Summer's here. So are the rising temperatures. Before you know it, you're going to be wondering what else you can do to keep cool during these hot days of summer. Beat the heat and keep the AC in your home with Window Nation's energy-efficient vinyl windows. Buy 4 windows, get 4 windows for free during their big, awesome semi-annual sale, and a free entry door when you purchase a house of windows. Plus, no money down, no interest, no monthly payments until 2027. Get this deal, lock it in right now, but you have to say Hammer and Nigel sent you. You don't get the deal unless you say Hammer and Nigel sent you. The big semi-annual sale from Window Nation. Buy 4 windows, get 4 windows for free, a free entry door when you purchase a house of windows. You don't pay anything until 2027. Schedule that free estimate right now at 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com.
It's the Bash Sale, the biggest automotive sale in history. Your local Bill Estes dealerships are coming in hot with deals on trucks you don't want to miss. We have a huge selection of trucks at one easy online stop. Brand new Chevy, Ford, GMC, Jeep, Ram, and Toyota trucks with a massive pre-owned selection too. Plus, our fair and direct upfront pricing means what you see is what you pay. Shift into savings during the Bash Sale, only at Bill Estes dealerships, and drive away in your dream truck today. Online at BillEstesTrucks.com.
Traffic on the 5s, Matt Bear. What are you doing?
Crash eastbound 70 on the east side. It's at Emerson Avenue on the right shoulder. No delay at the moment. And also on the east side, a breakdown on southbound 465 at I-70. That's on the right shoulder. Again, no delay. Northbound 65 does slow into the south split from Keystone Avenue for road construction. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This may be a hero at the finish line. Indiana Donor Network and driven to save lives. Remind you to say yes to organ donation the next time you're at the BMV. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
51 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:45.
Are you dealing with foot, knee, hip, or back pain? Well, it sounds like you could use a spring in your step. Hi, this is Phoebe with the Good Feet store, and I've got just the thing to help you spring forward into comfort. Good Feet's unique, patented 3-step arch support system is designed to reduce pressure on your joints to keep you feeling energized all day long, even when you're running on an hour's less sleep. With less pressure on your joints, you'll also experience less pain and discomfort too. When you visit the Good Feet store, we'll take time with you to figure out what you need on your free personalized fitting. You can also take all the time you need to walk in-store to feel the Good Feet difference personalized for your feet, your shoes, and your lifestyle. Most of our customers say they feel relief immediately, and you can too. Make your appointment today at goodfeet.com. Don't just live with the pain. Discover your options and spring into comfort at the Good Feet store. Come in today for your free personalized fitting and test walk. We're in your neighborhood. Visit goodfeet.com to find the location nearest to you.
Why'd I go to the doctor? My heart would race just taking my son to practice. It didn't feel right. So I got checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Politics, punchlines, and pure WIBC. The Mashup Podcast pulls the day's best moments from Tony Katz, Kendall and Casey, Hammer and Nigel, and drops them in one place. New episodes each weekday. Search WIBC Mashup wherever you get your podcasts.
Every sports story runs through Indianapolis this week. Everything. Adding to it, adding to the Pacers, defeating the Knicks in Game 1 with that game-tying shot from Tyrese Halliburton, a photo of which will hang in the Louvre, or certainly will hang at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. The Indy 500 and all of its drama. Possibly both being overshadowed by the death of Jim Irsay at the age of 65, the owner of the Indianapolis Colts, the entire Irsay family, and what will happen next. But there's a story of impact. And it's true that there are some things you simply cannot fully understand by reading it. It's like the Indy 500. I was trying to explain to someone that seeing this reaction to the attenuators, this reaction to the possibility of scandal, is to understand where the fan is. These people who brag about attending their 45th Indy 500. It's in the soil, right? They were brought up on this. They were learned on this. They were raised on this. The seed that was planted, this love of sport and the game and of what it is Hoosiers do is in the soil. How does one explain what the Colts coming to Indianapolis meant? Gary Dick joins us from InsideIndianaBusiness.com, who started his career as a reporter, starting with covering the Colts coming to Indianapolis. And Gary, for a guy who has followed this happening from this first drop of the seed, never mind just the building of a stadium, to the Colts coming. Your thoughts on Jim Irsay?
Well, it's a stunning development, obviously, and as has been seen throughout social media for the past 12-plus hours, is having real ripple effect and impact throughout the community. I remember back, Tony, when the Colts arrived, and I was a reporter at Channel 6 at the time, and for weeks had been covering this possible relocation of the Colts from Baltimore to Indianapolis, and when that happened, it's hard to overstate how the community, the response from the community, and when Jim's dad Bob and Bill Hudnut and others walked into the Hoosier Dome, what was the Hoosier Dome at that time, floor arm in arm, it really was a seminal moment for Indianapolis, a community that had really been trying to come out of the shadows and establish itself as an important community. Downtown was just beginning to percolate a bit in terms of redevelopment, and the arrival of the Colts certainly, again, tough to overestimate or overstate how important that was. And Jim Irsay at that time, a lot of people didn't talk about then of course, youngest general, 24 years old, he became general manager of the team, and that certainly became his life. Actually was his life from a little boy, being a ball boy and all that stuff around the locker room, and then came in at 24 years of age to lead the team.
There's a conversation about impact to a city and impact to a state, and I would argue that and no group has had more impact than probably Lilly and the Lilly Foundation, if we talk about things all over the state. Coming in second might very well be Jim Irsay, the Irsay family, the Jim Irsay collection. There's a real connection there between Jim Irsay and making this city a better place.
Without question, and so much of what Jim Irsay did, some of it publicly, but much of it behind the scenes. And if you talk to those people who know Jim Irsay more closely than I did, they will talk about the countless times that he gave money or did things to support people who were less fortunate and didn't seek and certainly didn't get the attention that that act of kindness provided. And that's what I will remember about Jim Irsay. Certainly well documented the demons that he fought throughout his life, which is very unfortunate. But he was such a kind man. One of the things I will always remember is I think it was probably the first time I ever interviewed him. This was years ago. It was the Colts complex. We had a TV crew. We went into his office, and he was sitting at his desk. As we began to get set up, he said, "Hey, I'll be with you in a moment." He had a stack of checks that he was signing, and he had this big smile on his face. And he said, I'm signing some checks here. My dad hated to pay people. He hated to pay people. He said, I love it. I love giving money to people. And that has always stuck with me because I think that's part of who Jim Irsay was a kind person who liked people and liked helping people. And I think that overarching part of Jim Irsay's life will be his legacy. And again, from the public commitments, the public contributions to mental health, to the Riley Children's Foundation. You can go on down the list how much money and effort. You mentioned the Jim Irsay collection. Just toured that actually a couple of months ago. It is incredible. A lot of talk made about the incredible amounts of money that it took to get that, and that's true. But he's also felt he was a steward of those sports and cultural collections and used it to raise money as well. So I think that's more than anything, his legacy is his kindness and his generosity.
Gary Dick, inside IndianaBusiness.com, talking about the life of Jim Irsay. Passed away yesterday at the age of 65. 10 seconds or less before I let you go. How soon will there be a conversation of a Jim Irsay statue right there next to Peyton Manning in front of Lucas Oil?
I think it will be soon, very soon, and I think it'll happen, and I think it's deserving.
Gary Dick, appreciate you taking the time to be with us. More about the passing of Jim Irsay at WIBC.com. Matt Baer has traffic.
East side, Tony, watch out for the exit ramp southbound 465 to Shadeland Avenue. As we check the camera, we see a few police cars out with a passenger vehicle, and I'm told this is a police investigation right now, so please be careful making that exit. The ramp is open again, southbound 465 to Shadeland Avenue. Now, northbound 65, that's stop and go before Raymond Street into the south split because of construction. We have lanes reduced, and those lane reductions going on until the end of next year. And just on the northbound side, the southbound side, those lane reductions from 465 to the south split are expected to start very soon, possibly this weekend. We'll have more details as they come here at WIBC Traffic. Eastbound 465 a little slow, heading on to 31 on the north side. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network this May. Be a hero at the finish line. Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives remind you to say yes to organ donation the next time you're at the BMV. Matt Baer at WIBC Traffic.
You may not have 1,000 horsepower, but you're always racing, whether it's to work, to pick something up, or drop someone off. So go the distance, knowing Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles. Shop any of Hubler's 13 locations or visit drivehubler.com and choose from over 2,000 vehicles. Chevys, Fords, Toyotas, GMCs, Buicks, Nissans, Acuras, Mazdas, Hondas, and many more. All makes, all models, certified vehicles, luxury vehicles, even the hard-to-find ones. Plus, every Hubler Q certified vehicle is covered by a 128-point vehicle inspection and a free Carfax history report.
'Cause Hubler's got you covered.
No matter where you're racing to, go the distance, knowing Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles. Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 locations.
Cover me!
Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Hey, it's Rob for Universal Windows Direct, and May is officially the kickoff to home improvement season. And right now, during their home improvement season sale, you'll get an incredible 50% off your windows. Yes, half off. You heard right. You can upgrade your home with beautiful, energy-efficient windows for half the cost. But it gets even better. For a limited time, you'll get no interest and no payments for 12 months. That's a whole year to enjoy your new windows before you pay a single cent. And here's the cherry on top. You'll receive a free entry door with your window purchase. Now, some restrictions may apply, so to get all the information and schedule your free in-home estimate, call Universal Windows Direct today at 317-659-7574, 317-659-7574. Universal Windows Direct's home improvement season sale. Half off your windows, no interest, no payments for 12 months. 317-659-7574. Tell them Rob sent you.
Applied Innovation has made a lot of IT directors happy with their managed print services offering. Listen to a few of them talk about Applied Innovation. Chris Pfeiffer, IT Director for Doran Mayhew.
So we were able to reduce the number of machines that we use, but increase their capacity. And then basically we cut our managed print services bill in half by doing that.
Applied Innovation customer Linda Philly Watson, Director of IT at LaSalle, Bristol.
The devices are well managed, they're well maintained, well supported, and that's less time for me. More time for me to spend on other projects, on other priorities.
Applied Innovation customer Craig Gilliam, IT Director for Suncoast Skin Solutions.
I think it's just the simplicity of everything. They're quick, fast, and so if you need any help, they're on the spot.
Applied Innovation, office technology made simple, backed by a partner you can trust. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com.
The doctor's office that accidentally mixed up your files has your social security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info. And the hotel that lost your reservation has your passport number. You need LifeLock because your personal info is in endless places that can expose you to identity thieves. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a
friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recycler Studios, Colts owner Jim Irsay dies at 65. Chris Davis will take a look back at his life. And the magic of the Indiana Pacers season continues. Those stories and more after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. On a Thursday morning, it's 7 o'clock.
2:15 to 2:14. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That was the margin of the vote moments ago in the House approving the massive budget plan to fund President Trump's agenda.
This one big, beautiful bill is the most consequential legislation that any party has ever passed.
House Speaker Mike Johnson moments ago.
It revives our economy. It will deliver historic tax relief. It will make the largest investment in our border security in a generation.
The bill extends the 2017 tax cuts and includes spending cuts. Republicans say gets rid of waste, fraud, and abuse while putting work requirements on Medicaid. Democrats were united in opposition.
This is one big, ugly bill.
Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffrey said on the House floor cuts to Medicaid and other programs will take away health coverage from millions of Americans. And
Republicans are taking food out of the mouths of children, disabled Americans, veterans, and older Americans.
But that bill again passed moments ago, and Democrats don't have the votes to block it in the Senate, where they'll use a budget process that can't be filibustered, just needing a simple majority. It was an act of anti-Semitic terror. That's what Israel's ambassador to the UN calls last night's shooting outside the Capitol Jewish Museum.
He approached a group of 4 people, produced a handgun, and opened fire, striking both of our decedents.
That's Washington, D.C. Metro Police Chief Pamela Smith. The couple killed were about to get engaged and were both Israeli embassy staffers. This man watched the accused gunman taken into custody.
He grabbed a red keffiyeh out of his pocket and started the Free Palestine chants. You know, there's only one solution, Intifada revolution. And he was being dragged out of the building as he was yelling Free Palestine.
It's day 7 of the manhunt for 5 escaped prisoners still on the run in Louisiana. 2 women are charged with helping the escapees. 5 others who broke out Friday were already captured. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
His impact on the Indianapolis Colts, Indianapolis, and the NFL cannot be overstated. Your radar is clear, and it's 52 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. Your high today, 61. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:02. Jim Irsay loved the Colts and often got sideways with fans, but his legacy goes far beyond professional football. Here's Chris Davis.
I hurt myself.
A degree in journalism, an interest in music and pop culture, and even active in environmental causes.
I could feel.
And Jim Irsay had the drive and money to do what he wanted. That included a continued hand in managing the Colts organization despite health problems and the team's struggles on the field following the years of ecstasy.
It's good to be up here with Peyton. We both enjoyed a lot of success on the field.
Jim Irsay's guitar collection led to his touring with the Jim Irsay Band.
The interesting thing about guitars is because of the heritage of these in the Providence, they're special.
From CBS Sunday Morning, Irsay has left a manifold legacy, one that most people could only dream of.
And you could have it all. My empire.
Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Come with me to Madison Square Garden, where it was another standout performance Wednesday night.
He'll take it. He'll backpedal, a 3 for the win, and goal! He got it!
The call on TNT captured the moment. Tyrese Halliburton's shot hit the back of the rim and dropped in, sending the Pacers and Knicks into overtime in the Eastern Conference Finals.
It felt good when it left my hand. So, I thought it was going to go in, and the ball felt like it was up there for eternity. But man, just special moment.
Halliburton scored 31 points in the overtime victory, 138-135 the final score. Aaron Nesmith clutch as well, added 30 points. The Pacers lead the best-of-7 series 1-0. It's back in New York for Game 2 Friday night. Keeping more than 250,000 people safe at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway is a top priority for the cops and IndyCar and IMS President Doug Bowles.
So to the extent you see things, you can call Pagoda Command. And the other thing here, you can always call 911, and we can make sure that we're helping here.
And the 109th running of the Indianapolis 500 is this Sunday, and your home for coverage of the greatest spectacle in racing is right here on 93 WIBC beginning at 6. Gas prices this morning in the capital city at $3.05 a gallon, says Gas Buddy. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 7:05, traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, you still over on that east side?
Sure are, Ryan. As a matter of fact, looking at the camera, and we see some police cars out with this car over on the right shoulder of the exit ramp from southbound 465 to I-70 to Shadeland Avenue. Okay, it's southbound 465 to Shadeland Avenue. A person was transported to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries because of this shooting, and the investigation continues. Now, the ramp is open. You can still exit to Shadeland Avenue. You just have to be really careful because police are out there, and they will be walking around from time to time, so please be safe on that. Northbound 65 slows after South Keystone Avenue up to the south split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Protect your auto, home, and business with Progressive and get 24/7 coverage. See if you can save at Progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What's going on?
Hey, good morning. We are starting out cloudy and cool with those temps in the upper 40s and lower 50s. It's going to remain cool all day today with highs only around 60. We could see maybe a few spotty showers possible under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, those clouds do clear. We'll fall to about 44, so chilly start to your carb day on Friday, but I've got mostly sunny skies on Friday, so it is going to be dry for carb day. Temps will climb into the mid-60s, about 10 degrees below normal for this time of year. Saturday looks good, partly cloudy and dry, 69, and all eyes will be on race day. Partly to mostly cloudy conditions. There is a slight chance of some showers. One of the computer models suggests all of the rain goes south. Another computer model suggests that the rain comes in after the race. Temperatures will be into the upper 60s. So, of course, we're going to keep a close eye on that here as we head into race
How often
weekend.
do these computer models lie to you?
Every day. No.
Right. Right. You want me to trust your computer models. Were these computers made in China? Are these communist computer models?
No, you don't trust the computer models. You trust the meteorologist.
Were you made in China? Are you a communist?
I am not made in China, no. I am a full-blown Hoosier.
All right. But not a communist. I mean, that's more important because you could be born made in China and be totally fine. But it's the communism that's right out.
Nope, not one of those either.
Not being a communist is key. Good job. Yes. All right. So we're probably not going to get some rain. And if we do, it'll probably be as the race is ending or after the race. That's the way we feel about it right now.
That is correct.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. I appreciate you. 51 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time right now is 7:08.
This hour on 93 WIBC is powered by Absolute Comfort, your American Standard Mitsubishi electric ductless mini splits dealer.
Took the plane. The plane from Qatar, it has been accepted by the Pentagon. It's not what I wanted, but I don't always get what I want. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Formal acceptance of the 747. According to the Defense Department, they're going to work to ensure proper security measures. I believe that means they're going to strip this thing to the bone and then put it back. That's what I assume it's going to mean. Are they going to use it as Air Force One, use it as other things? Does it stick with the Air Force? Or does it go with Trump to the library after his time in office? Me, I wouldn't have taken the plane. But as we said, we are done with that. And Republicans are making a run at the one big, beautiful bill. Trump went to the Hill to make his case for these tax cuts, which is really a budget reconciliation bill, which is truly got some things in there that should make no one happy. And now, as of this morning, this has passed. This has passed the House of Representatives. The vote coming in 215 to 214. 2 Republicans voting no. 3 Republicans no voting. So the vote was 215 to 214. Why does this matter? Normally that wouldn't be it, but you're talking about reconciliation. You're talking about a simple process here that's now going to go to the Senate. Jim Baird putting out a statement. I was proud to vote for the one big, beautiful bill, a win for Hoosiers and the American people, and codifies President Trump's successful agenda. Yeah, but there's some things in there that people are going to be unhappy with. They are going to be unpleased with, for sure. Now, this vote just took place. The question is, who were the no votes? It was Massey. Can you do me a favor, Producer Carl? Can you check to see if it was Victoria Spartz, or was she in just a no vote? Can we check to see where she was on this? We will follow up with you guys. Of course, we're talking about the passing of Jim Irsay, owner of the Indianapolis Colts, yesterday at the age of 65. And 2 Israeli embassy workers murdered in Washington, D.C. because they were Israeli embassy workers. I've got that story as well. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. The spring selling season, the rates, the activity is moving. Best time in years to sell your home, but some homes are sitting on the market. Hiring an expert who can maximize equity, minimize hassle, that is the key. The recommendation is Mark Dietel. Perhaps you've got a growing family. You're working from home. You need more space. I know what that is like. Mark Dietel is the real estate expert, trusted and recommended with the sale of your home. Mark Dietel guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. Just pick your move date. No long-term contracts, and you can cancel at any time. David in Martinsville said, we bought our dream property and had to sell our old place with land by the end of the year to avoid a big tax hit. We had an agent friend who gave us no activity for months. Worried, we turned to Mark Dietel to save us. Mark's team took over, marketed our property like pros, and got our property sold in plenty of time. Call the local Indianapolis agent, trusted and recommended, the agent who guarantees your home sold or he'll buy it. That is Mark Dietel. Talk to him right now. 317-755-4232. Get all the details or go online to markdietel.com. That's Mark Dietel, Dietel, markdietel.com.
If you love spring and Indy but hate the paint, do what Lynn did. She called Rhino Shield.
It is a single-wide manufactured home. We moved from our home, which we had the Rhino Shield on. Rhino Shield was what we were going to do. That was no question. We knew we were going to do it.
Rhino Shield's a ceramic coating. It's not paint, it's better.
The Rhino Shield representative came, and we discussed what we wanted done. And this time, we had the roof done as well.
Now, you can have the 25-year guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 15% off the regular price.
Even the people that have been a little younger than us have said they don't have to worry about getting just an everyday painter because Rhino Shield has the 25-year warranty, and we truly believe in this product.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Why'd I go to the doctor? One day at the firehouse, I was so lightheaded I could barely stand. Even my crew noticed. Getting checked out was the right call. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com, sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
I'm Dennis Reinbold for Dryer & Reinbold BMW, Infiniti, and Mini at I-465 in Keystone, and Dryer & Reinbold BMW, Infiniti, Subaru, and Volkswagen at US 31 South in Greenwood. For 56 years, we've been working hard to earn your continued business and grow within our communities we support. That's why we offer competitive lease or purchase options and same-day service appointments for your convenience. See all our great selection of new quality pre-owned vehicles at dryreinbold.com.
Pacers have 4 seconds to score one more time. Here comes Neesmith. He'll get it off from the wing, and of course he hit it as the bench empties.
It's one of the biggest days in sports with Pacers and Racers. Catch the Pacers and Knicks in Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals Sunday at 8. Tickets are selling as fast as Indy cars, so get your tickets at Pacers.com/playoffs. Pacers Playoffs, presented by KeyBank, Kroger, and Starry. Pacers Knicks, Game 3, Sunday at 8.
Traffic on the 5s, Matt Bear, what's going on?
All right, West Side crash just reported Rockville Road west of High School Road. That's Rockville Road at Mission Drive, and that approach to 465 going eastbound is slow and backed up at the moment. Crash south side, Southport Road at South Franklin Road. East side, a police investigation southbound 465 to the ramp to Shadeland Avenue. And that's an investigation into a shooting. Ryan has more on that coming up during the 8:30 news on 93 WIBC. Looking at northbound 65, that's slow from Raymond Street into the South Split because of road construction. Inbound 69 slows 96 to 82nd. Traffic sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance can protect your home, auto, boat, and motorcycle, ATV, RV, and more. In short, a lot of things. Bundle today at Progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
51 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:16.
Americans love using their credit cards, the most secure and hassle-free way to pay. But D.C. politicians want to change that with the Durbin-Marshall credit card bill. This bill lets corporate megastores pick how your credit card is processed, allowing them to use untested payment networks that jeopardize your data security and rewards. Corporate megastores will make more money, and you pay the price. Tell Congress to guard your card, because Americans lose when politicians choose. Learn more at guardyourcard.com. Paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
Gearing up for the popcorn moment, brought to you by Booher Remodeling, B-O-O-H-E-R, BooherRemodeling.com. That kitchen doesn't have to be that kitchen. It can be better. It can work better for you. Just talk to Booher, because if it's within the four walls of your home, Booher knows how to make that space great. That kitchen, that master bathroom, taking that basement and turning it into something that's actually part of the house, as opposed to someplace you dump things so they're not seen in the house. Whether you're somebody who likes to entertain or just wants something that is a little more enjoyable for you and your family, Booher Remodeling. Their 5-step design process from start to finish means you know exactly what's happening every step of the way. Every step of the way, from the consultation to the construction, so you know what's happening. You have no stress. What you have is a beautiful kitchen or master bathroom or a new basement, maybe to enjoy that popcorn. The best materials, the most skilled craftsmen. They deliver quality work on time with a service-oriented attitude. Get your free consultation today with Booher Remodeling. 317-852-5546. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-852-5546. 852-5546, or online at Booher, B-O-O-H-E-R, BooherRemodeling.com. Talk to them today. The popcorn moment. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. It's a story you need to hear to believe, then grab your popcorn, because there is more today. It is about the passing of Jim Irsay, owner of the Indianapolis Colts, passing away yesterday at the age of 65. JMB joins us right now, the voice of sports in Indiana. I was discussing earlier that, my issues with the lack of transparency of the team. real. My issues regarding Chris Ballard being way too political during the era of the George Floyd riots. I didn't enjoy any part of it. I still don't. I don't think we'd be guys who hang out together. But when you speak of players and former players talking about Jim Irsay nearly to a person, they all say that this is the guy they want to play with. They absolutely love him. How do you describe the legacy of Jim Irsay as a football guy?
Well, even beyond Tony, football, and obviously football being here in Indy and bringing championship football to Indy, here's what he was and who he was. He was one of the most kind human beings anywhere around here that loved this place, loved being here. I'll give you a great example. So 2 Pro Football Hall of Famers, Edgerrin James and Dwight Freeney, Tony, they both asked him to do the Hall of Fame speech during their induction ceremonies. Now, you're going to say, does that happen often? Well, A, it doesn't happen often with a team owner, with an NFL owner. B, it probably never happened other than Jim Irsay, considering the Colts let both those guys go. They both finished their careers with other teams. So that is just, I think, the profound impact he had on his players, his locker room, and then there's probably times 1,000 things he has done. You know, we know a lot of things he has done here locally with his generosity. That doesn't scratch the surface. He is the most kind and generous human being, well beyond football, well beyond the demons that have been well documented. He is an incredible human being that we will feel the impact of this loss, his loss, as we learned yesterday, for a long time. He just is somebody, personality-wise, generosity-wise, all the way around, you just can't replace.
It wasn't lost on me that in the taking a look at the draft this year, you know, they've always got the camera in the room, and Ballard's making this call and that call. We didn't see Jim Irsay in the room, which, you know, to an extent, did it show that anything was wrong? And we, of course, were talking about this last year when we had heard he was in the hospital. The next steps for the Colts are what, as you know them. Certainly, you've got the 3 daughters and different varying levels of participation within the running of this team. Although, of course, not being on the inside, I don't know any levels of specificity. What is it that Jim Irsay had said he wanted, and where is this family in this team in Indianapolis?
Well, Carly Gordon, or I should say Carly Irsay Gordon, will operate the team. And from what I've been told, that she has been prepping for the operation of the team now for a while. So they don't feel there's going to be, you know, much of a wrinkle, you know, in the transition. I shouldn't state it that way because that's probably not the way. That's how it was told to me. But there's going to be a wrinkle because it's not Jim running it. No matter if Jim made a snap judgment, Tony, that maybe didn't turn out right, like an interim coach that had never coached, that was his former center, that was off of TV, no matter if it's that, or if it's these right decisions, hiring Bill Polian and setting the stage for the golden era of the Colts and bringing in Peyton Manning and all that. That is never going to be replenished here. But as far as the transition is in place with his daughter Carly right now, and there's full confidence that you know what we know this team to be, hopefully on the rise. We're talking about the playing field here, but certainly there's not going to be a wrinkle as far as that is concerned with the transition to Carly, and that is the steps in which they are going to be taken.
Talking to JMV, the voice of sports in Indiana. One of the things that's been brought up about Jim Irsay is this idea of a steward of the game. I believe it's Robert Kraft in his statement from the New England Patriots brought that up. We've seen other conversations about, you know, as a kid being around this game and people like Hallis and a host of others. Was Jim a throwback in that regard and in a reverence for the actual game as opposed to the dollars and cents that come from the game?
Hey, Tony, what's interesting about it is he grew up around the NFL and around football. And people always say, well, Jim Irsay, his father owned a team and silver spoon in his mouth. His father had him in the locker room picking up stuff, washing jock straps that were thrown at him. He started at a grassroots level, even with the ownership being in his family. He started at a grassroots level. And I think this is always commonly lost on Jim Irsay, Tony, is that he is a tremendous football guy. And that's beyond the generosity, what I'm going to remember. He knew football. He understood football because he started at the lowest levels, even though the ownership was within his family. And you just don't see that. You see the transition in ownership through the family, but you don't see somebody in the locker room having to pick up jock straps and wash them with the old Baltimore Colts back in the day. So he's just a tremendous football guy. I'm going to have Rick Venturi on a little bit later today. I don't think anybody can describe him or knows him more than Rick does, certainly around here, working for him, coaching for him, being hired by him. But he always explained to me there is no greater football owner that we have seen, that we have known, than Jim Irsay, that actually knows the game himself. And I think that is most true, Tony, and sometimes is incredibly lost on what is going to be the legacy of Jim Irsay here.
Before I let you go, just to change gears briefly, the Pacers 138, the Knicks 135, the shot from Tyrese Halliburton sending it into overtime. You stayed up with that game. The hot take.
Yeah, well, here's the hot take. Jim Irsay, who his final X message was good luck to the Pacers, guiding Tyrese Halliburton's bounce high up off the backboard and down to tie it up to send it into overtime. Is that a hot take right there? I mean, we like to think about good things, especially in bad situations like this, Tony. Now, beyond that, though, this has been the most amazing team. I don't know how else to put it that I will. The biggest stones of a basketball team that you can get behind, my favorite team of all time, is this Pacer team. They are relentless in their pursuit of a win, no matter the circumstances. We've seen it so many times in this postseason, and we saw it to the magnitude times 1,000 last night. I'd never seen anything like that, and I find myself commonly saying that about this playoff run with the Pacers. They're relentless in their pursuit of winning, and they never give up, and we saw it again last night.
JMV, the voice of sports in Indiana. Catch him at 3 p.m. on 93.5, 107.5 The Fan. We'll see you then. Right now, Matt Bear has traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matt?
East side, southbound 465 to Shadeland Avenue. A shooting investigation continues. Police are out right now. It's over on the right side of the ramp. The ramp is open. People are out walking around, so please be careful. Ryan has more on this coming up at 7:30 with WIBC News. West side crash. Rockville Road west of High School Road. That's at Mission Drive. Crash south side, Southport Road at Franklin Road. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This may be a hero at the finish line. Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives remind you to say yes to organ donation the next time you're at the BMV. Matt Bear at WIBC Traffic.
Coming up on the Hammer and Nigel Show, Hammer is back. We'll get his review of the AC/DC concert down in Nashville. Rob Kendall goes off the rails and free Indy 500 tickets, 3 o'clock, 93 WIBC.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten. Classics are remixed. Bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Hey, this is Spencer Thompson at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. Now through Monday, it's our tariff-free Made in the USA sale. Save 50% on Lazy Boy, Smith Brothers, and Flex Steel. Save up to $800 on mattresses, and we guarantee you the lowest price on Berlin Gardens and Pollywood Outdoor Furniture. Up to 4 years interest-free financing, extra discounts for cash, and free delivery. Sale ends Monday only at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number Everything Smart Bed sale. Every smart bed and base are on sale during our Memorial Day event. Up to 50% off, plus free home delivery. Limited time. Exclusively to Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Carb Day starts at Just Add Water Boats on South Franklin. We're going to be there from 6 to 9 a.m. Check out the huge selection of new and used boats and wave runners, snacks and drinks, plus accessory giveaways, including tubes and life jackets. Join us at Just Add Water Boats this Friday at 6 a.m. as we kick off Carb Day.
Everyone's talking about Galaxy Concrete Coatings and their transformation, like business owner Brian.
Yeah, Galaxy was great. We have a business where a lot of the service techs are working out in the field, and they'll come in and they'll have even some mud or something on our shoes. So if we're having a meeting, I needed a flooring that could stand up to that, but still look good as an office setting.
Well, if you own a home or a business, Galaxy Concrete Coatings got you covered.
Galaxy was great to work around our schedule. They were able to come in on a Saturday, and the job was completed over the weekend, and we were back in business, so we didn't miss a step.
Lots of styles to choose from, 4 times stronger than epoxy, and it comes with a lifetime warranty.
It's very nice looking. It's very durable. Really makes the room stand out and shine.
Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com now. That's Galaxy Concrete Coatings. And remember to like us on Facebook. Galaxy Concrete Coatings. We're out of this world.
Galaxy was quick to respond. They were quick to give us a solution and quick to get it completed as well. And they're going to take care of you.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
It was one big, beautiful vote. Your radar is clear and it's 52 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. Your high today is 61. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:31.
On November 5th, the American people rejected the failed policies of the Biden-Harris administration and overwhelmingly endorsed President Trump's America First agenda.
Speaking moments ago, House Majority Whip Tom Emmer reacting after the House narrowly passed the $4 trillion reconciliation package early Thursday, 215 to 214. No Democrats supported the bill, which Trump and Republicans have called one big, beautiful bill.
It allows President Trump to continue his successful border security and deportation operations by investing in more Border Patrol agents and ICE officers, funding the continuation of the border wall, and equipping our men and women on the front lines with the tools they need to keep us safe.
That's Fox News, and Fox News reporter, Aisha Hosni is at the Capitol.
This is a big deal for you because it makes permanent those Trump 2017 tax cuts. That means that your taxes will not be going up next year. This impacts more than 60% of Americans across the country. A lot of Democrats were making a fuss about how this was a big payout for the billionaires. I don't think that more than 60% of Americans are billionaires, so it impacts the middle class.
2 Republican reps, Tom Massey of Kentucky and Warren Davidson of Ohio, voted against the bill. A 3rd rep, Andy Harris of Maryland, voted present, pointing to concerns about the already inflated deficit. Indianapolis Colts owner Jim Irsay has died at the age of 65. A former coach says he was more than a team owner. Here's Jarrett Lewis.
The 65-year-old passing away peacefully in his sleep Wednesday afternoon. Former Indianapolis Colts head coach Tony Dungy, the man who led a team that gave the city its first Super Bowl, says Irsay always had bright eyes and an open heart for the 317.
I remember the first time he called me and talked about his vision for the Colts in the city of Indianapolis and what he wanted to accomplish. He wanted us to be good, obviously, but he wanted to connect with the fan base. He wanted to impact the city. He wanted to win, but do it in the right way.
Above all, Dungy said he will remember Irsay as one of the most compassionate people he has ever known. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The Indianapolis 500 is days away on Sunday. The 109th running will happen. You can catch all the coverage right here on 93 WIBC. The forecast originally did say rain, but now forecasters say it will be dry, and if any rain happens, it will most likely happen after the wave the checkered flag. Sports on WIBC is brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. Down 17 early and trailing by 9 with just under a minute left to go. The Indiana Pacers pulled off a comeback to beat the New York Knicks 138-135 in overtime in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Tyrese Halliburton thought he hit the winner, but his clutch shot forced overtime, and Indy took it from there.
When I got traded here, we weren't very good, and so we would be in these moments where I would have to take these shots, and I would miss them, and nobody would care. Maybe Pacer fans would, but we weren't very good, so it didn't matter. We weren't a playoff team or anything.
Halliburton had 31 points and 11 assists.
So I feel like that kind of baptism by fire almost to do that, and then now be in these situations where obviously they matter on such a bigger scale, I think is important for me. So I really think that experience is the best teacher for me, and I've had that as time's went on.
Halliburton threw up the choke sign to the Madison Square Garden folks, just like Reggie Miller did back in 1994. Game 2 is in New York on Friday night. The Pacers are 3 wins away from going to the NBA championship. I'm Ryan Hedrick, on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 7:35, traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Bear.
Yeah, right on the east side. That investigation continues. Southbound 465 on the exit to Shadeland Avenue. The ramp is open. It's partially blocked. South side crash. Southport Road and Franklin Road. Crash west of side. Rockville Road west of High School Road. That's at Mission Drive blocking. Slowing down those eastbound lanes on the approach to 465. Inbound 69, stop and go traffic from 96th Street down to 82nd. And a 4-minute delay to make it through that. And a crash cleared eastbound 70 at Arlington Avenue. Good to go there. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This may be a hero at the finish line. Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives remind you to say yes to organ donation the next time you're at the BMV. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
51 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:36.
This May, you can be a hero at the finish line. Say yes to organ donation and talk to your family about your decision. A message from Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives.
Heat and cool your man cave, attic, garage, or bonus room without adding ductwork with Mitsubishi Electric ductless mini splits.
To find out more, just go to absolutecomfort.org.
Whenever I'm out wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen.
Today on the marketplace, sometimes you just can't get to Costco. Tony Katz at 93 WIBC. Good morning. The marketplace brought to you by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's your cash. Go get it. Literally, it's yours. It belongs to you. IndianaUnclaimed.gov, or text my name, Tony. That's Tony. Tony to 46220 to get the process started. Fast, easy, and free to do. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. During downtime, I'm clearing my head. I'm getting ready for what's next on the show. I find myself on Facebook Marketplace, and they've got cool stuff, odd stuff, interesting stuff, strange stuff, weird stuff, all sorts of stuff. I have bought stuff. I have sold stuff. And I was talking about the other day, I need to find like a coffee cart because, Matt Bear, I dragged him into this. We are going to be at Just Add Water Boats tomorrow. For Carb Day, we are kicking off Carb Day with the WIBC Porch Party right there at Just Add Water Boats on the east side, on South Franklin. And there's food. They're providing food. They've got giveaways. It is incredible, everything that's going to be happening. And learned yesterday that the people over at Java House, you know the Java House, Matt Bear?
I do now.
Right, their sponsors are they Alexander Rossi's sponsors, they Christian Lundgaard's sponsors. One of the both, like Splenda and Java House and all them. Well, they're going to be there and they're going to have coffee.
Oh, that's fun. That's so cool.
We've got coffee. We've got food. I will have the morning cigars. Matt Bear will be engaged in various posing and flexing, and he's going to share his oatmeal recipe with everybody.
Yeah, and after that flexing, I'm giving away hugs. Lots of hugs
Right.
and handshakes. So come get a hug. It's free.
Sweaty hugs from Matt Bear tomorrow from 6 to 9 a.m.
No bath.
It's all right there. Easy as can
Who
be.
wants to touch me?
Well, settle down. We haven't gotten to what I'm doing here yet on the marketplace. So now that Java House is going to be there with the coffee, appreciate Java House in doing that. We'll be at Just Add Water Boats tomorrow starting at 6 a.m. You got to be there. It's going to be so much fun, so relaxed. Just kick back, have a cigar, drink some coffee, and hang out with us, and then win some possibly great prizes and get yourself a Wave Runner. And Matt Bear will ride behind and hug you close.
If you get a Wave Runner and take me on the Wave Runner, I'll be your best friend for life. I mean, it'll be the best friendship ever. I'll be your little brother.
Ever. So I thought I was going to have to find like a coffee cart and do my own thing. I couldn't find one, but I did find, Matt Bear, a hot dog cart business for sale.
Ooh, where's this at?
This is in Syracuse, Indiana.
Oh, Lake Wawasee, yes.
And what they've got is that where it is? And they've got the cart with the umbrella, and it's got a Blackstone griddle attached to it, so you could eat breakfast items on it, and 2 propane tanks, 4 coolers, 2 tables, all of the accoutrement.
Now, wait a second. Do you have to wear the girdle while you're serving the hot dog? Is that what it is?
Do you have to wear what?
The girdle. You said it had a Blackstone girdle. And what?
Griddle.
Oh,
Blackstone griddle.
Griddle. My bad. Okay.
Anyways.
Right? It's just a big, beautiful cart.
Right.
It's
one big, beautiful cart.
It's a big, beautiful cart. Past 214 to 213.
Right? It was 215 to 214. But nice that you got your votes right. The one big, beautiful bill has passed. It's kind of amazing. Look at Matt Bear getting all political. He knows things.
Yes.
Somebody's been listening. The question is, I was thinking coffee cart. Should I just get a hot dog cart?
Absolutely.
Every now and again. Just sell dirty water hot dogs to people?
Hey, it doesn't matter how bad the water is. There is nothing better than a hot dog out of the cart, man. This is fact. We have a guy, Charles on Monument Circle. He serves the Coney dogs and the chips. He's like the coolest person ever. I mean, you could be halfway down the circle and be like, hey, come get a hot dog. And you want to go get a hot dog. That could be you with the hot dog cart.
The cart is $5,500 or best offer.
Oh, come on, man. What the hell? You live on Lake Wawasee in Syracuse, Indiana. You don't need that kind of money. You don't need it. So let's knock that price down a little bit.
You say that. You sound like somebody jealous you don't live on Lake Wawasee.
Because I am.
If somebody would like to invite Matt Bear for a weekend at Wawasee, and you know what you need at Lake Wawasee? A new Wave Runner from JustAddWaterBoats.com.
Bravo.
See how we tie that together?
Yeah, we can start on Geist. Cool. Let's go to Geist.
Are you in or out for the hot dog cart?
Not at that price. Business. I'm so out. I mean, I pay that, I fall out of debt. So
I'm actually interested.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Don't let me ride on your parade.
No, you couldn't. You couldn't, even if you tried. This is interesting to me. We'll talk about it more when we are at Just Add Water Boats, justaddwaterboats.com on South Franklin. Carb Day starts with me, with Matt Bear, with you, WIBC, at Just Add Water Boats. Carb Day, coffee provided by Java House, so go check them out. It's got, and Just Add Water Boats has food, giveaways. I mean, some really, really good stuff. You got to be there. You can win some absolutely incredible prizes. It is amazing what they're doing and what they're bringing to the party. So make that happen, won't you? Make that happen. Come join us tomorrow at 6 a.m. at justaddwaterboats.com. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Your next tree, Circle City Trees, because you don't even know right now how badly you need one until you've asked yourself, well, what if I want shade on my back porch? I don't have any shade on my back porch. I want to be able to enjoy the back deck. Maybe if I had a tree, a mature tree from Circle City Trees, I could do that. Yeah, they've got you covered. All the pricing is on the website. You don't have to question how much something is going to cost. You just go to circlecitytrees.com and you look for what it is you're looking for. And if you're not sure, head over to Circle City Trees right there in Zionsville. Bring a picture of the backyard or the side yard, right? Maybe you're just trying to block out a nosy neighbor. Maybe you just want a little depth to the front yard. Maybe it is shade. And bring them a picture of the area, and they'll help you find the tree that's right for you. Every tree is different. You get to decide which one matches you, your need, your personality, all of it. And they have got everything. Mature trees, evergreen, shade, fruit trees, ornamental trees, flowering trees, and they take care of the installation and provide the warranty. Circle City Trees, 317-768-3005. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-768-3005. Circle City Trees, 768-3005, or online at circlecitytrees.com.
Colts owner Jim Irsay has died.
It is impossible to overstate the impact that Jim Irsay has had on the city of Indianapolis.
Now we're world champions. Monument Circle lit up in Colts blue and white.
Love this city, love the state, love this football team.
Leaves a city that is far larger, more vibrant, and nationally known due to his thumbprint on it.
Remembering Jim Irsay, 93 WIBC.
The deals and specials are sizzling hot. It's the Central Indiana Gun and Knife Show this Saturday and Sunday at the Hendricks County Fairgrounds in Danville. The best dealers in the region. Hundreds of tables. Just $6 for adults. Kids 12 and under get in free. Must be 18 or accompanied by an adult. Buy, sell, trade. This Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Hendricks County Fairgrounds in Danville. For more info, visit CentralIndianaGunShows.com.
The Attorney General's office wants to put your money back in your pocket. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov and search for yourself, your loved ones, or your business. It's fast, easy, and free.
Traffic on the 5s and Matt Bear, what's going on?
Tony, just coming down. We have a crash on the south side. This is southbound 65. Just getting this. Southbound 65, 2465 on the exit ramp. Okay, everything's open. But the ramp is partially blocked right now, but you can still make your exit. That's what we want. Looking in the other direction here, northbound 65 is stop-and-go traffic after South Keystone Avenue into the south split because of construction. On the east side, it is southbound 465 going to Shadeland Avenue. A police investigation continuing on that ramp into a shooting. Ryan has more on that coming up at 8:02. And then we look at northbound 465 on the east side. That's stop-and-go traffic from Brookville Road to Washington, and again before 70 up to Penn Pike. Inbound 69 stop and go from 106th Street to 82nd, and then inbound 65 slows 38th Kessler to 21st. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This May, you can be a hero at the finish line. Say yes to organ donation and talk to your family about your decision. A message from Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
51 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:46.
You probably have a dream retirement in mind, but do you know how to get there? The difference between dreaming and living your ideal retirement comes down to having the right plan. And that's where Howard Bailey Financial can help. At Howard Bailey Financial, we've created a free retirement toolkit to help you bridge the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. Text DREAM to 888-262-1104 to download your free retirement toolkit that includes a retirement checklist, Social Security decisions guide, estate planning guide, and more. We want your dream retirement to be your reality. And it starts by texting DREAM to 888-262-1104. Let us help you take the next step toward the retirement of your dreams. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
Hey, it's Marco Andretti. When you hit the pump, make a better choice for your wallet and the environment. Fuel up with an Indiana Corn ethanol blend. Unleaded 88 contains up to 15% ethanol and can be used in virtually every car, while that yellow cap or Flex Fuel logo means you can grab the E85 pump. No matter which one you choose, you are lowering the greenhouse gas emissions and your bill to fill. So next time you get to empty, choose an ethanol blend for your refill. Find a station at incornandsoy.org/ethanol. This message is brought to you by Indiana's corn farmers and their checkoff.
The doctor's office that accidentally mixed up your files has your social security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info. And the hotel that lost your reservation has your passport number. You need LifeLock because your personal info is in endless places that can expose you to identity thieves. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
A word from Progressive Insurance. Life can be hard, so Progressive makes bundling your home and auto easy. Hope that helps. Learn more at Progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
And the earth keeps spinning. We have been inundated with just a lot of breaking news. The death of Jim Irsay, the move from Roger Penske to fire the major elements of his leadership team. We've got the Pacers once again pulling it out. Game 1 against the Knicks. Quite literally, the New York Post, the back page, front page, is Tyrese Halliburton doing the choke, the same one Reggie Miller did. Choke 2.0 is what they call it. It's incredible. I mean, there's a lot taking place, but the world is still happening. Tony Katz, good to be with you. We have a story about fentanyl, where now you're seeing deaths increase in Mexico. And if we don't say to China, we won't allow this, if we do not punish them with ferocity, we'll keep getting killed. Why do we need to have a sealed border? Why do we need to have a closed border? Why do we need to know who's coming into the country? Why do they have to pass our vetting to stay in the country? Fentanyl is why. The danger to society is why. And the people who are opposed to this, the people who somehow think we should live in danger, we should live in fear, these are people who must be dismissed. We don't have to listen to them. We cannot, if we are honest, listen to them. Then you have the people who are only desirous of fulfilling their emotional incapabilities. Like Chris Hardig, Democrat candidate for the Indiana House, who put out a post on Facebook getting the vegetables planted and adding lots of manure fertilizer to the soil. And what does he have? He takes a picture of his little garden there. I guess he's planting things. And he spells out with pebbles 8647. What James Comey did with seashells, 8647, get rid of the president, a call to kill the president. That's what Dr. Chris Hardig, that's what he calls himself, did. That's the Indiana Democratic Party. No decency, no sense of remorse, no sense of shame. This is who the party is. You can scream at me, yell at me, write your posts on Twitter. What do I care? The facts are the facts. They haven't changed. America is now learning about the Indiana Democratic Party, a lost party filled with rage and violence and disdain for America and its people, and not because I say so, but because they say so. It's why Hoosiers don't win statewide office, and they never should. It is abhorrent. You disagree with me on policy. I'm not calling for the killing of Democrats like Democratic candidates are. End of list. And then there is the killing that took place in D.C. 2 staffers at the Israeli embassy in D.C. outside an event at the Jewish Museum were shot and killed. A suspect arrested chanting "Free Palestine" while he was arrested. I have argued on this show that if you're Jewish, and I've expanded that out, if you're somebody in a place of worship, you have to be armed. Buy guns, buy ammo, and get trained. It hasn't changed. What has changed now is me talking to specifically the rabbis of Indianapolis at IHC and Bethel Zedek, Shari Tefillah, Etz Chaim. These are synagogues. See, I know them because there are only a handful. The Chabad, right, 5, a handful. The churches, there's more than a handful. I can't name them all. If you're a faith leader and doesn't support your congregants being armed, why don't you just quit? Because you're despicable. You're going to get killed because they are coming for you. These Hamas supporters have no control of their emotions. They actually want you dead. How many more ways do they need to prove it? They already support terrorists, and now they're shooting people in the middle of the street. How much more do you need? If your rabbi is not saying, be prepared, fire that rabbi. Quit that synagogue. We are through the looking glass. It's over. If your priest, your pastor, your minister is not telling you to be prepared, to be armed, to prize yourself enough and your life enough, fire them. Quit. They are not worthy of your love or your time. They are not doing the work of the Lord. I will tell them that directly. You're being hunted. And you think that's going to stop with Jews? What, are you out of your mind? You think the people who chant free Palestine are just after the Jews? Honey, grow up. They're after the American way of life. They're after the destruction of us. Not me, the Jewish guy, us. We are in this together, and it is us or them. I choose us. Buy guns, buy ammo, and get trained. When the moment comes, be ready. And any faith leader who says no is unworthy of your love. Unworthy. Matt Bear has traffic.
Southside southbound 65 to 465. Crash partially blocking the exit ramp. And police investigation continues on the exit from southbound 465 to Shadeland. Ryan with that coming up at 8:02. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This may be a hero at the finish line. Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives remind you to say yes to organ donation the next time you're at the BMV. Matt Bear at WIBC Traffic.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number Everything Smart Bed sale. Every smart bed and base are on sale during our Memorial Day event. Up to 50% off, plus free home delivery. Limited time. Exclusively to Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Comcast Business is celebrating Small Business Month by giving you a $1,000 small business bonus when you switch to a qualifying gig speed package from the company with over 99.99% network reliability. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 1, company merch for staff. Styling. Or possibility number 24, the latest software. Upgrade. Or possibility number 192, new equipment powered by gig speeds. Or possibility number 555, a 3D printer. Rapid prototyping, anyone? Switch to Comcast Business for over 99.99% network reliability, advanced cybersecurity, and now get started with a $1,000 small business bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
In 6/22/25, new customers only with 2-year agreement. Other restrictions apply.
Hi, Pat Sullivan here from Sullivan Hardware and Garden and Allisonville Home and Garden by Sullivan. Our stores are blooming with flowers, hanging baskets, bedding plants, perennials, annual containers, shrubs, trees, and much more. With so many colors and varieties, it's the best looking selection you'll find anywhere. Come see the difference. Why, you ask? Our plants are from top quality Midwest growers, many right here in Indianapolis. Check the specials on our patio furniture like all-weather wicker, Berlin Gardens poly, cast aluminum, teak, and more. You can even choose your own custom cushions on most sets. We specialize in excellent quality mid-price patio furniture that's in stock at our 37,000 square foot warehouse, all priced at 30% off. See our large selection of grills, Weber, Traeger, and the Big Green Egg. Shop, play, experience. Spring with Sullivan's. 71st and Keystone, 49th and Penn, Cicero, and Allisonville Home and Garden by Sullivan in Fishers.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by.
Never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-757-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
Carb Day starts at Just Add Water Boats on South Franklin. We're going to be there from 6 to 9 a.m. Check out the huge selection of new and used boats and wave runners, snacks and drinks, plus accessory giveaways, including tubes and life jackets. Join us at Just Add Water Boats this Friday at 6 a.m. as we kick off Carb Day.
Check out what's going on with 93 WIBC.
Discover unbeatable values at Just Add Water Boats. Join us this Friday from 6 to 9 a.m. for Tony Katz Live. Explore a vast selection of boats and wave runners. Enjoy snacks and win accessories.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, Chris Davis will have a look back at the life of Jim Irsay, Colts owner who died on Wednesday at the age of 65. Late game heroics at Madison Square Garden, what you need to know about the Pacers, and shots fired along an Indianapolis interstate. After Fox News, you're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It is 8 o'clock.
House Republicans did it. Barely. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
On this vote, the yeas are 215, the nays are 214.
Approving about an hour ago what they call one big, beautiful bill to fund President Trump's agenda, sending the bill to the Senate where Democrats can't filibuster or block it. And House Speaker Mike Johnson says the goal is to approve it there
by Independence Day on July 4th, and we are going to celebrate a new golden age in America.
Fox's Aisha Hosni reports from the Capitol. This is a big part of the bill.
It makes permanent those Trump 2017 tax cuts. That means that your taxes will not be going up next year. No taxes on tips. That's in there. No taxes on overtime. That's in there as well. Border security, more funding to hire more and more ICE agents to continue President Trump's deportation policies.
2 Republicans joined all the Democrats voting no, and another GOP lawmaker voted president, which isn't a yes or a no. Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries says spending cuts in the bill and a new work requirement for Medicaid means
what we're likely to see is at least 13.7 million people are going to lose their health care.
And many more, he claims, will no longer get food assistance. In Washington, D.C. last night. That's the accused gunman in a deadly shooting outside the Capitol Jewish Museum. In a video Shine with Israel posted on Instagram capturing when he was being taken into custody by police. The 2 people killed were Israeli embassy staffers. Israel's calling it anti-Semitic terror. Here's Ambassador to the U.S., Yahil Leiter.
The young man purchased a ring this week with the intention of proposing to his girlfriend next week in Jerusalem. They were a beautiful couple.
The manhunt continues for a 7th day in Louisiana for 5 escaped prisoners still on the run. 5 others who broke out last Friday have already been captured. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Indianapolis Colts owner Jim Irsay dies at 65. Your radar is clear, and it's 53 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. Your high today, 57. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:02. Jim Irsay did what he wanted and what he thought should be done. Chris Davis with a quick look back at a complicated man's life.
Jim Irsay was an enigmatic figure in Indiana's complicated sports hierarchy. He was a team owner, but often frustrated fans by being heavy-handed in the team's operation.
I'm glad he doesn't have any NFL experience. I'm glad he hasn't learned the fear that's in this league.
That's from a press conference on the hiring of Jeff Saturday as interim head coach in 2022. The son of millionaire businessman Bob Irsay, Jim was born and raised in a suburb of Chicago. Graduated with a journalism degree from Southern Methodist University and played linebacker there. He joined the Colts organization in 1982 and moved with the team to Indy in 84. It was in 1997 he became principal owner. His decisions after the Colts' most productive years often put him at odds with fans. But his personality was strong and shined in all he did.
I picked up my bag. I went looking for...
That's Irsay singing The Weight to promote the Jim Irsay Band and Collection. An obvious love for life, his team, and his town. Irsay can now take a load off. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Hall of Fame coach Tony Dungy says this is a tough moment for both his family and the Colts family.
He had a tremendous impact on me, and it's just like a brotherhood. I remember the first time he called me and talked about his vision for the Colts in the city of Indianapolis and what he wanted to accomplish. He wanted us to be good, obviously, but he wanted to connect with the fan base. He wanted to impact the city. He wanted to win, but do it in the right way.
And Dungy spoke with Wish TV. Irsay's last post on X was a message in support of the Indiana Pacers in their playoff run. And last night, boy, did they deliver.
Halliburton driving. He's in the lane. He nearly lost it. He backs up and unloads a three. Oh! That did not happen! It hit the back of the rim. It popped high into the air, and it dropped gently through the net. The scoreboard shows 125-125. It's called a two-point shot.
And it was only a two, Mark Boyle on the Elevance Health Radio Network. But fear not, the Pacers took the game to overtime, and they won 138-135 final score in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, Game 2 Friday night. Shots fired along an interstate highway, say state police. They're looking into it. It happened this morning along I-465. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:05. Traffic on the 5s. What are you watching for us, Matt Bear?
Right now on the south side, right, it's crash going southbound 65 to I-465, and the ramp is open. It is partially blocked. And then the other direction, northbound 65, stop-and-go traffic through the construction zone. That's South Keystone Avenue up to the south split. Eastbound 70 stops all of a sudden after Sam Jones Expressway to Holt Road. Shouldn't take you too long to get through that. And inbound 65, slow roll off 38th Kessler to 21st. East side, police activity continues on the exit ramp from southbound 465 to Shadeland Avenue. That is a shooting investigation. The ramp is open. It is partially blocked. Also on the east side, northbound 465, stop-and-go traffic from 70 up to Penn Pike. It is a crash on the west side, Rockville Road, west of High School Road. I'm told eastbound Rockville Road not moving at the moment as you make that approach to 465. Crash south side, Southport Road at Franklin Road. Traffic sponsored by Progressive Commercial Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance protects small businesses with affordable coverage options. Get a business insurance quote online in as little as 7 minutes. Visit progressivecommercial.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What do we know?
Hey, good morning. It's going to be a cloudy and cool day. We even have a few spotty showers possible for the day today. A bit breezy as well. Overall, kind of dreary, not the greatest. Highs only around 60. Skies become partly cloudy tonight. Lows into the mid-40s. On Carb Day, going dry, sunny, mid-60s, so still a bit on the cooler side, but at least it will be dry. Saturday, dry as well. Highs in the upper 60s, near 70. And then on race day, we can't go with a completely dry forecast. We are going to keep a slight chance for a few showers in. Right now, it looks like it'll either be mainly south of Indianapolis or after the race that some of these showers move in. Temps will be into the upper 60s. But, of course, we will continue to watch that race forecast for you very closely.
That is a non-communist Tara Hastings.
That is correct. That's how
Tara Hastings, not a pinko.
That is right. When Carl answered the phone, I said, "This is non-communist Tara Hastings."
I've been working on some audio of well, not of that, but I was playing. I was doing some work yesterday, and I was referring to the old Saturday Night Live bit where it was Oh gosh, it was I forgot his name. Dan Aykroyd. Good Lord, sorry about that. And it was Fred Garvin, male prostitute.
I don't know if I know that one.
You don't know that one?
I don't know.
Oh, it's so good. It's so great.
And the
Fred
what?
Garvin.
And the male prostitute? Is that what you said?
Fred Garvin, male prostitute. You know?
Fred Garvin. Okay.
Gosh.
Now I'm going to look this up.
Yeah, I don't know if I can.
I feel like every time that
Just give him.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that. You're saying every time what?
every time I feel like I'm learning a little bit more about a wide variety of topics because you say things I'm like I don't know about that, and then I go watch it and I'm like, oh.
Fred Garvin, male prostitute.
That guy.
That guy.
You never heard that before?
No.
Fred Garvin, male prostitute.
I don't know what kind of radio show you do, but that's the one I do.
I love it.
And,
And I don't have to watch the skit. Okay.
Yeah. And don't forget to head over to Just Add Water Boats tomorrow. I'm going to be there. Matt Bear's going to be there. Coffee from Java House. Giveaways from Just Add Water Boats. It is the porch party to kick off Carb Day, and it's happening at Just Add Water Boats on the east side. And Tara Hastings, not a communist, will be there.
What time do you go to? What time?
Go to 6 to 9 a.m.
6 to 9. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do.
Just bring a webcam and show up. What? They won't even notice.
Well, exactly.
They still think Randy Ollis is on the air. You think they're going to notice?
Randy who? He's on vacation. He has 365 days of vacation.
God bless that man's soul. All right, I got to go do work. Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. I'll see you tomorrow at Just Add Water Boats at 6 a.m. We've got 51 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:10.
This hour on 93 WIBC is powered by Absolute Comfort, your American Standard Mitsubishi electric ductless mini splits dealer.
So the story goes that Diego Morales, the Secretary of State, has the Marion County Election Board looking at him, questioning whether or not he broke or violated Indiana election laws in an ad he put out. And the ad possibly could have shown things that it wasn't supposed to, like clips of public employees and volunteers who didn't sign up to be in a video for somebody's campaign. Okay. I'm fine with that. You know what I'm not fine with? And I know, it's Tony, these are guys who are at WIBC. I don't care if Diego Morales stands on his toes to take a photo. Right? It's weird. He's a more diminutive guy, and he wants to see him a little bit taller, so in photos, he's standing on his toes. Okay. That's not my issue. Sorry, we're on the wrong side of that conversation. The issue is who paid for the trip to India. The issue is, did you hire your brother-in-law? The issue is one of ethics. So let me put this out there to the Morales team, because you have right now an issue with answering questions, and you certainly have an issue that you've created by not answering questions. 1 hour, me and Diego Morales, face-to-face, video, 40 Monument Circle, in our studios in the basement. You pick the day. 1 hour. But you have to answer the questions. If you obfuscate, I come back. If you try and engage in soliloquy, I push back. I don't tell you what the questions are, but you kind of know what the questions are. Let's clear it all up. 1 hour, me and Diego Morales, the Secretary of State. 60 minutes, you could set the timer. Let us get the answers to the questions, and then everyone can move on. Are you in or are you out, Diego Morales? You want to talk? Let's actually go do that. The Indy 500 is just days away. The drama will be here far longer. Doug Bowles, the president of IndyCar and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, he is with us next. Tony Katz, 93, WIBC, good morning. Power is so very, very important and is important for all things. You don't know what you're going to do if the power goes out, because it could be an hour. could be a week. How exactly do you protect your family in that situation? And why would you wait for that situation to happen to find out? Talk to Generator Supercenter today and get a free estimate on a Generac automatic standby generator for your home. Generator Supercenter, the nation's #1 Generac generator dealer, right there in Fishers, easy to work with, and there's a whole line of Generac automatic standby generators. Different generators for different purposes. You got to find the one that's right for you, and then let Generator Supercenter come to your home and show you how that Generac automatic standby generator is going to lay out, how it's going to connect to your house, so if the power goes out because the power grid goes down or there's a storm, whatever the case may be, the power is right back on because you talked to Generator Supercenter today. 317-827-0808. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-827-0808. Generator Supercenter, 827-0808.
You may not have 1,000 horsepower, but you're always racing, whether it's to work, to pick something up, or drop someone off. So go the distance, knowing Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles. Shop any of Hubler's 13 locations or visit drivehubler.com and choose from over 2,000 vehicles. Chevys, Fords, Toyotas, GMCs, Buicks, Nissans, Acuras, Mazdas, Hondas, and many more. All makes, all models, certified vehicles, luxury vehicles, even the hard-to-find ones. Plus, every Hubler Q certified vehicle is covered by a 128-point vehicle inspection and a free Carfax history report.
'Cause Hubler's got you covered.
No matter where you're racing to, go the distance, knowing Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles. Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 locations.
Cover me!
Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
This May, be a hero at the finish line. Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives reminds you to say yes to organ donation the next time you're at the BMV.
Traffic on the 5s, Matt Bear, what's happening?
South side crash. Southbound 65 on the exit 2465. The ramps are open right now. They are partially blocked. Please be careful. That's already sort of a tricky exit. So northbound 65 in the same area. South side slow from 465. Then stop and go traffic Raymond Street into the south split because of construction and lane restrictions that end towards the end of next year. Looking at northbound 65 out of downtown towards the northwest side, that's a stall before MLK is blocking the left lane. Inbound 69 looks pretty good right now. Still slow, 106th Street down to 82nd. Traffic sponsored by Progressive Commercial Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance protects small businesses with affordable coverage options. Get a business insurance quote online in as little as 7 minutes. Visit progressivecommercial.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
52 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. At the time is 8:16.
This Memorial Day, Life Church honors the brave men and women who gave their lives in service to our country. We honor their families and friends left behind, and we remember their sacrifice with grateful hearts. Jesus demonstrated there is no greater love than this, that a man should lay down his life for his friends. So join us today as we pray for America, honor our heroes, and lift high the name of Jesus, the greatest hope of all. From all of us here at Life Church, God bless you. And remember, blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord.
If this is the year to build your custom dream home, Joyner Homes is ready to help make your dream come true. They offer the flexibility to build on your own lot, allowing you to build a home in the place you've always envisioned. A dedicated in-house team of experts will guide you through every step, offering unmatched personalization and flexibility. Joyner Homes provides clear and upfront pricing and floor plans to inspire you. There's no time like the present to get in touch with Joyner Homes to talk about your vision and learn more about their building process. Visit joynerhomes.com.
The doctor's office that accidentally mixed up your files has your social security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info. And the hotel that lost your reservation has your passport number. You need LifeLock because your personal info is in endless places that can expose you to identity thieves. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Hi, Jeff Roush for Tom Roush Lincoln. Right now,
get Lincoln's employee pricing on most all new Lincolns at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers. Get up to $20,000 off select 2024 Navigators, up to $8,000 off select 2024 Nautilus, or up to $7,000 off select 2024 Corsair at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Navigator MSRP 105,575, Nautilus MSRP 6195, Corsair MSRP 47,820. Offers good through May 31st, 2025. Navigators excluded from employee pricing. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
I think when people look at their work, busy weeks that they might have at work, hard decisions they might have at work, this might have been a week where you took a look at Doug Bowles, president of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway of IndyCar, and say, well, at least I don't have his job. Tony Katz, good to be with you. From having to take a look at what the tech team found regarding that rear attenuator on Joseph Newgarden's car, on Will Power's car, both Team Penske cars, to seeing how they couldn't qualify for that Fast 12, to then saying that wasn't enough, to pushing them to the back of the grid in the 32 and 33 spots in the middle and outside of row 11, to then Roger Penske firing the team leader there for Team Penske and others from IndyCar. Some actually said that Doug Bowles looked tired. He admitted he didn't sleep. Doug Bowles joins us right now. I didn't know if you looked tired or you looked committed in that press conference. I want to ask you about it, but before we do, Jim Irsay of the Colts passing away at the age of 65 yesterday. The Speedway putting out a statement. Your thoughts on Jim Irsay, life and legacy?
Yeah, you know, when we got that news yesterday, obviously sad for our community, sad for the sports community here too. One of the things that works so well in Indianapolis is how well the Pacers and the Colts and this racetrack and the Indians, just all the sports franchises get along so well. And what Jim Irsay was able to do with that franchise after 2000 and really put the Colts on the map with Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck and just the things that really were working well there. I think he looked at community first and believed that he had an obligation to make our community better through his platform of the Colts, and definitely missed that kind of leadership.
Will we be seeing at the 500 any memorial to Jim Irsay?
I'm sure we'll mention it in pre-race in terms of, lighting up Pagoda or the pylon or anything. Probably not race day, but we'll definitely see something that we'll do between now and then.
Talking to Doug Bowles, president of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway of IndyCar. Let us talk about the week that you've had. You've done this job a long time. Certainly, the IndyCar stuff has been added responsibility over the last year, and well earned by you. You have referred to being president of the Speedway as the honor, and always showing up with the tie. And the track deserves your respect. In your years with racing, your years as president of the Speedway, have you had a tougher week than this past one?
Yeah, my first year at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, we dealt with the loss of Dan Weldon. We've lost Brian Clausen. Having to announce that Brian Clausen got killed at a racetrack not here. So definitely have had more painful moments because we've lost people. But in terms of just how quickly things started unfolding on Sunday, and then trying to manage through it, and I've only been in the IndyCar job for 3 months. Really trying to figure out all of those pieces around it. It has definitely been a challenging job. And then just really working and trying to decide what is the appropriate penalty for making a mistake in that qualifying session, that qualifying moment that is so important to setting the field. It definitely was a challenging 24 hours or so there, and then certainly it hadn't let up a whole lot over the last 3 days.
You talk about mistake, but it seems that this is something that Team Penske was doing. Whose mistake are you referring to?
It's definitely a team mistake. Definitely the team did something that's pretty black and white inside the rules that you can't do. And then on our side of things, I don't know why, and we're still trying to figure out exactly why that particular piece wasn't caught before. It's a difficult thing to see until you know it's there. It's like everything else, and when you know it's there, you go, oh my gosh, it's right in front of you. But just with the way that things go, when our cars go through tech, the focus at tech at the racetrack is about getting the cars on the track in a way that the playing field is level. And as the guys look through things, they look, the attenuator's on there, so we move on, and you just start thinking of, and you don't get into the detail, the fine detail, especially when it's been coated and when it's been cleaned up, so that it's harder to tell. It becomes a challenge. But saying that, we should not miss things like that for sure.
Talking to Doug Bowles, president of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, president of IndyCar, I would agree. You should not miss things like that. But IndyCar did miss things like that. You see the response from Roger Penske. There's this conversation about independent oversight over whether it's actual the tech or it's the actual series itself. You saw the punishments that were meted out by Roger Penske. We talk about your punishments as well. The question is it enough?
In terms of what we've done with the team, 100%. In fact, I felt really good about what we did on Monday, I guess is the day that we made that change. And we went way beyond what the rules called for. And I believed when I went to bed on Sunday night that just leaving them in the spot that the rules of qualifying said where you go if you fail a technical inspection. To me, it just felt like it needed to be one step further. And Saturday, they were in the fastest 30, so it does not make sense to remove them from the field at that point, but to take them and put them all the way at the back, fine them, suspend people, take away points. It's pretty unprecedented in terms of how much we actually did at that point for something that even our paddock right now, as things calm down, the engineers and others in the paddock say, we don't know why they did this. There really isn't a competitive advantage that anybody can see. Now, the intent, I'm sure that in somebody's mind there was some intent that, hey, we think this might give us a competitive advantage.
Right.
And I know the team has denied that, and I'll take them at their word. But it certainly calls into question, why would you do that at that place on a car where you really can't visually see it unless you decide you're going to hone in on it. And you see it from the pictures that people posted. You have to zoom in on a spot in the car that nobody sees unless they know what they're looking for.
This has created certainly a level of negativity, and I don't think we should have this without discussing the positives, which is sellout, which is approximately 400,000 people who are going to descend on race day, where the rain is either not going to come or is going to come after the race, and we're going to have cool temperatures. Cool temperatures, when we talk about 65 and partly cloudy, what does that say to you, Doug?
It means the racing is going to be fantastic. I mean, part of the reason the race was so good last year was we started late because of the rain that we had, and then the temperatures were cool afterwards. So that does mean that the racing is probably going to be pretty powerful. You touched on something I think is really important. You know, I am sort of ever the positive promoter talking about our community, about our state, and our events here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and I feel sorry for our team and our fans over the last few days that we don't get to celebrate this amazing moment that we've sold out the grandstands for the first time since 2016. And for me right now, I'm just trying to navigate our way through a big challenge here so that the team and our fans who are excited about what they get to do on race day can focus on this moment, because it's really great for our sport, it's great for this venue, and it's fantastic for our community.
And it is, which is why I brought it up. I mean, there's a lot to discuss, but there's a lot of pretty fantastic stuff. Of course, listening to the race on WIBC, which you agree, Doug, is the only way to listen to the race.
I mean, I'll tell people that's even, I'm excited about the TV, but radio is the absolute best way probably to consume the race if you're not on property. And even the folks on property, they've got the headphones on and they're listening to the broadcast, because the way that the anchors and the team on the broadcast tell the story, it's unlike any other way of consuming it.
That is absolute fact. Doug Bowles knows what he's talking about. And of course, Carb Day tomorrow. We're starting over there with a porch party at Just Add Water Boats. You are welcome to join us on the east side. Coffee from Java House. We're there for you. You should come and hang out and smoke cigars with us in the morning. But Carb Day activities start. What time do the gates open?
So we'll open up gates about 8 o'clock, and we'll get going just around lunchtime. We'll get cars out for a couple hours. We have the pit stop competition that takes place, and then we've got the concert that obviously ends the day with the All-American Rejects, a little bit younger than I am, and then Brett Michaels from Poison fame will close things out for us.
A little bit older than you are.
Yeah, a little bit older. Well, it's getting pretty close to my age for sure.
That's Doug Bowles. Listen, there is stuff to celebrate. It's a party weekend. It's Memorial Day weekend. Let's go enjoy it. Incredible work getting the sellout. I appreciate the honesty and the forthrightness with us, Doug. We will see you tomorrow, and you're invited to join us at the porch party. I'll have a cigar waiting for you at Just Add Water Boats. Doug Bowles from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Appreciate it. I apologize for the delay. Matt Bear, you've got traffic.
All right, Tony, crash on the exit from southbound 65 to 465 on the south side. Ramps are open. They are partially blocked and a little bit of a tricky exit. We're looking at the other side of the interstate, the northbound side. Stop and go traffic from South Keystone Avenue into the South Split because of construction and lane reductions until the end of next year in that area. Northbound 65 heading up to the northwest side from downtown. This is a stall before MLK. It's in the left lane and a slowdown to 21st Street. Inbound 70 stop and go from Shadeland Avenue to Arlington Avenue, and northbound 465 on the northwest side, grinding a little bit as you make that 865 exit. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This May, you can be a hero at the finish line. Say yes to organ donation and talk to your family about your decision. A message from Indiana Donor Network and driven to save lives. I'm Matt Bear. Traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We've got tickets to the Indianapolis 500. 2 tickets. How about the 7th caller? 317-239-9393. The Indianapolis 500 presented by Gamebridge. 2 tickets? My gosh, how fortunate are you? 317-239-9393. Call right now. 7th caller gets those tickets. Get your Indy 500 tickets. Call right now.
Hey, this is Rob. The latest on Trump's big, beautiful bill. It's going to cost you beautifully. We'll see you Thursday, 9 to noon, 93 WIBC.
Do you know that your money is waiting for you? There is this pile of money, and it's yours. And it's not like you won it. It's not like it magically appeared. No one's rubbing a genie's lamp or anything like that. It's actually yours. IndianaUnclaimed.gov has your cash, and it's waiting for you. Just text my name, Tony, to 46220. Tony to 46220. Fast, easy, free to use. Here's how it works. You had a last paycheck from a job years ago. You forgot about it, but the money is still there. You had a refund that was coming to you, but you forgot about it, but the money is still there, and this money is just sitting there with the Attorney General's office, and it's accumulating. Time and time again, go claim your cash. You go to IndianaUnclaimed.gov, a couple of pieces of information, and the next thing you know, you're getting a check sent to you. Not just any check, your money coming back to you. You earned it. It's yours. Why not go get it? Go to IndianaUnclaimed.gov or text my name, Tony, to 46220 to get what is yours. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Go get your cash.
It's the Bash Sale, the biggest automotive sale in history. Your local Bill Estes dealerships are coming in hot with deals on trucks you don't want to miss. We have a huge selection of trucks at one easy online stop. Brand new Chevy, Ford, GMC, Jeep, Ram, and Toyota trucks with a massive pre-owned selection too. Plus, our fair and direct upfront pricing means what you see is what you pay. Shift into savings during the Bash Sale, only at Bill Estes dealerships, and drive away in your dream truck today. Online at BillEstesTrucks.com.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Some political leaders think this bill will make the middle class great again. Your radar is clear, and it's 53 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. Your high today, 57. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 8:31.
All the things that we knew we needed to do to root out waste, fraud, and abuse in government. Focus on those families who are struggling. All of that is in this one big, beautiful bill.
House Majority Leader Steve Scalise speaking to reporters Thursday morning after the House passed President Trump's budget bill.
And yes, now the House has come together and passed this bill.
Congressman Tom Emmer, House Majority Whip, speaking to reporters as well.
America's economic revival has already begun under President Trump's leadership. But House Republicans back it up in this bill by making the 2017 Trump tax cuts permanent, eliminating tax on tips and overtime, and throwing out regulations that burden American businesses.
And the bill is on its way to the Senate for deliberation. A man is in custody accused of shooting and killing 2 Israeli embassy staff members near the Capitol Jewish Museum in Washington, D.C. last night.
The Israeli government is calling this a brutal terrorist attack. The couple who worked at the Israeli embassy here in Washington gunned down at the Capitol Jewish Museum just a few blocks from the U.S. Capitol. And that suspect, 30-year-old Elias Rodriguez, saying, "Free, free Palestine."
Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
That's Fox's Lucas Tomlinson reporting in Washington, D.C. Reaction coming in on the death of Colts owner Jim Irsay. Here's Jarrett Lewis.
Through social media posts and TV interviews, former players and coaches are remembering the man they used to work for, Jim Irsay, who passed away Wednesday at the age of 65. Former Super Bowl winning head coach Tony Dungy says it was more about what Irsay did when no one was looking.
Jim was one of the most compassionate people that I have ever known. He did so many things behind the scenes for not only our players and our staff, but for the city and for individuals that people would never even hear about, but he just did it out of the goodness of his heart.
Irsay's passion for winning and love for the city made him one of the most legendary team owners in sports. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Need a sober ride this weekend? How about one at a discount? Here's Matt Baer.
How about a discount on your rideshare this weekend?
All set for a $10 credit, and then the rider is responsible for anything beyond that.
Doug Hunsinger is the executive director of the Indiana Criminal Justice Institute, which runs SoberRideIndiana.com. There you'll find a $10 voucher for Lyft and Uber, which can be used for race day or any day within the Memorial Day holiday.
They're available May 22nd through the early hours of May 27th, and they're available between 5 p.m. and 3 a.m.
Also, rides must start and end in Indianapolis or Fort Wayne. Matt Baer, WIBC Traffic.
Sports on WIBC, brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. New York Knicks fans haven't seen anything like this since 1994. Mark Boyle on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
2-point game, 6 seconds to go. Halliburton driving. He's in the lane. He nearly lost it. He backs up and unloads a three. Oh! That did not happen! It hit the back of the rim. It popped high into the air, and it dropped gently through the net.
Tyrese Halliburton throwing up the choke sign just like Reggie Miller did it back in the Garden in '94, pulling off the clutch shot, forcing overtime in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Pacers come back to win 138-135 after trailing by 17.
I would like to not keep being in this situation. We're just a group that has spent a lot of time, with each other. And I think the front office's decision to keep, the majority of our group together, basically our whole team together essentially after last year, I think was really big.
Say it with me. 3 wins away from the NBA Finals. Game 2 in New York Friday night. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:35. Traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Baer.
What's happening, Ryan? Look at that Southside crash on the exit from southbound 65 to 465, and the ramps are open, partially blocked. Northbound 65 in the same area, stop and go after South Keystone Avenue up to the south split. It's a construction zone. Northbound 65 to the northwest side, a stall at 30th Street, blocking the left lane, causing a slow to 21st. Eastbound 465, dragging just a bit before and after Allisonville Road. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This May, you can be a hero at the finish line. Say yes to organ donation and talk to your family about your decision. A message from Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
52 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:36.
Trust and Will knows that we'll all eventually need a will. How about right now? Trust and Will makes creating your will easy, like while you're lounging on the couch easy. Trust and Will is designed by attorneys but customized by you, and all documents are state-specific and secure. Find your plan at trustandwill.com and use offer code RADIO now for 20% off. That's trustandwill.com, offer code RADIO. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. Visit trustandwill.com for details.
Do you need air conditioning service? Need to find a local well-trained expert you can trust like Kirby Heating and Air Conditioning? Find that American Standard Air dealer at IndyHomeComfort.com.
Hammer and Nigel here, inviting you to join us as we kick off the weekend every Friday around 5:45 with Beer Sample Friday, brought to you by our friends at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
Want to find out what real retirement planning is all about? Tune in to Expedition Retirement with Greg Ayler, Sunday mornings at 7 on WIBC.
Indiana roads are getting safer. Thanks to Indiana's new Safe Zones program, the hard-working men and women doing construction on Indiana's roads can work more safely. And you'll be safer too. Every year, people lose their lives in Indiana construction zones, often because they're driving too fast. The Safe Zones program from the Indiana Department of Transportation keeps speeds safer for workers, safer for drivers, safer for you. Now you'll see Safe Zone signs before you enter a construction zone, letting you know you need to slow down. To help you get used to the new Safe Zones program, the first time you're caught violating Safe Zone speeds, you'll get a warning to help you remember to slow down and keep the road safe for workers and other drivers. Thank you to legislative leaders and industry partners for creating the Indiana Safe Zones program to keep Hoosiers safe and for making Indiana a leader in road safety. Indiana Safe Zones. Safe speeds for everyone.
This is a message from the Indiana District Council of Labor's International Union of North America and affiliated locals.
What if the next time you painted your home was the last time you painted your home?
Our Rhino Shield has been on for 8 years.
Rhino Shield. Call 888-RHINO-41. Don't paint, don't vinyl. Go Rhino.
How bad is it? Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to me straight.
Want coffee?
I think I need some coffee.
Time to fill up on the news. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. What is going on? Dow futures down 245. NASDAQ futures 104. The House passes the one big beautiful bill, but it's not great. There's a reason to vote no. This thing is not great, and I don't know what the Senate's going to do. I know what Trump wants. He wants the tax cuts. He's not wrong, but at the cost of a lot of other things. Those lot of other things have moved the 10-year Treasury to 4.6. If you're buying a house, I hope you're locked in. Because this stinks to high heaven. I haven't checked where the 6-month is or the 3-month. The 30-year Treasury is at 5.14. Okay. Yeah, this is some stuff right here. Something to pay attention to. Oil prices down a little, $60.65 on the West Texas crude. Brent crude at $63.96. You know the world is crazy, right? And it has been a nutty day. It has been a nutty week. But as I said to Doug Bowles at the Speedway, can we celebrate a little bit? I understand the death of Jim Irsay. I understand what we're talking about in the world, but we have a race that's going to be sensational. We've got the Pacers in the playoffs, and all eyes are on Indianapolis. And for all the issues we have, let's go have some fun with it. Let us enjoy what's coming up in the next 4 days. Just Add Water Boats, where we'll be to kick off Carb Day, myself and Matt Bear, and you with Java House Coffee, justaddwaterboats.com. So many giveaways, it's going to be incredible. Then you end Carb Day with Hammer and Nigel at the track. Then you've got brisket to make. You've got all the activities. You've got the race on Sunday. Of course, we'll be there and bringing you the pre-race coverage starting at, 6 a.m., 5 a.m. at WIBC, WIBC.com. Matt Bear will get you to the track safely, get you the best routes. You're going to enjoy the race. Then we make brisket. We have Memorial Day worthy of remembering. We've got the Pacers Sunday night, the Pacers again on Tuesday. Go enjoy. The world's crazy, but we do not have to be. That is why I bring you the Tony Katz TK Thursday Music Moment presented by Kill a Dent, killadentremoval.com. You got hail. You got the creates little marks on the roof or on the hood. You got somebody who ran into your car with their shopping cart. Kill a Dent Removal takes care of all of that. Reach out to them. Kill a Dent. killadentremoval.com. Tell them Tony Katz sent you and get rid of all those door dings. Make your car look amazing. I have friends who have used the service. They loved it. killadentremoval.com. With the Thursday Music Moment, we play some music, turn up our speakers, we relax. We take a moment to breathe. The world is crazy. We do not have to be. And to bring it to you, I went to 1973, but what I really did is I went to Jim Irsay, who passed away, of course, yesterday at the age of 65, talking about the Irsay collection. And one of the stories as I was doing my research is the near $1 million that Irsay paid for Elton John's piano. The one that he played in 1975 when he played Dodger Stadium. So I went to the set list of Elton John, 1975. Maybe it's apropos, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just a good song. Jim Irsay, gone at the age of 65. Elton John with the Tony Katz TK Thursday Music Moment. Roll down your windows, turn up your speakers, grab a drink. Not here to tell you what it is. Yellow Brick Road. Actually, goodbye, Yellow Brick Road. Producer Carl, hit it.
When are you gonna come down? When are you going to land? I should have stayed on the phone. I should have listened to my own mind. You know you can't hold me forever. I didn't sign up with you. I'm not a present for your friends to open. This boy's too young to be singing the blues. So goodbye, Yellow Brick Road, where the dogs of society howl. You can't plant me in your penthouse. I'm going back to my plow, back to the howling old island woods, hunting a hornet-back toad. Oh, I found a side of my future lies beyond the Yellow Brick Road. What do you think you'll do then? I bet they shoot down the plane. It'll take you a couple of hot urine tonics to set you on your feet again. Maybe you'll get a replacement. There's plenty like me to be found. Mongrels who ain't got a penny, sniffing for tidbits like you. On the ground. So goodbye, Yellow Brick Road, where the dogs of society howl. You can't plant me in your penthouse. I'm going back to my plow, back to the howling old island woods, hunting the hornet-back toad. Oh, I found a side of my future lies beyond the Yellow Brick Road.
Yeah, that worked. That worked. The full listing of TK Music Moments is there at WIBC.com, presented by KillADentRemoval.com. Matt Bear has traffic.
Boone County, I-65 jammed in both directions between State Road 267 and County Road 550 South. Just saw a fire truck heading up the right shoulder in the northbound direction. Please be safe in that area. Northbound 65, that's a stall heading out of downtown towards the northwest side, and it's blocking the left lane at 30th Street, slowing us down to 21st. On the east side, northbound 465 slow after 72 Penn Pike. South side, northbound 65 stop and go traffic after Keystone Avenue into the south split because of construction. And a crash on the exit ramp on the south side. It runs from southbound 65 to 465. Ramp is open. It is partially blocked. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This may be a hero at the finish line. Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives remind you to say yes to organ donation the next time you're at the BMV. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
52 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:47.
You've heard about Terry Bush at R&R Agency for a long time, how easy he is to work with, and how he'll find you the best health insurance coverage at the best rate. Now hear from one of his clients.
Hi, Terry. Just wanted to touch base with you and let you know I got your email yesterday, and just wanted to say thank you for all of your help. This has been one of the easiest things that I've done in transitioning to my new job. So of all the things that have been going on lately, you've made this quite easy. So I do appreciate all your help, and thank you again. Have a good day. Thanks.
Terry has been helping people for over 35 years. If you're retiring early, self-employed, or need small group insurance, call 317-563-0868. That's 317-563-0868. Or go to rragency.org. rragency.org. As always, God bless America, peace through strength, and common sense government.
When it comes to managed network services and IT support, Applied Innovation is at the top of the list for these Applied Innovation customers. Sean Carnahan, sales manager for Adventure Homes.
They do all of our computers, so they take care of all of our issues, anything that comes up with our servers, any tech support, software we need, any equipment we need.
Eric Lane, director of information technology for Raleigh Williams Paint Spot.
Applied Innovation has been very proactive, and they've laid out a plan for here is what we look like today, and here's what we want to look like in 18 months and then going forward. So it's the long-term vision that they have that other companies didn't.
Ashley Crane, IT director for Belmont Beverage.
They're just a really great company that has a lot to offer to a small IT team like ourselves.
Applied Innovation, office technology made simple, backed by a partner you can trust. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedyinnovation.com.
Citizens, since we each upgraded to Xfinity in our homes, the Wi-Fi has been booming. It's fair to say our town has officially become a boomtown.
Mayor, will I be able to drop into multiplayer gaming battles with low lag?
The lag won't be an issue, but your questionable skills may be.
And what if I have hundreds of devices on the Wi-Fi? Purely hypothetical.
Seems like a lot, but sure, hundreds of devices all booming together with the Xfinity Gateway. Yes, friends and neighbors, with Xfinity, the Wi-Fi is booming.
The Wi-Fi isn't the only thing that's booming. Now get the most reliable Wi-Fi and our best-in-class equipment for one consistent price for 5 years guaranteed. All in. Plus, get unlimited data included and no annual contract. All with the 5-year price guarantee from Xfinity. Visit Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. New residential customers only. Select plans only. Xfinity Gateway with XFi Complete required for unlimited data except in certain areas. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024. Actual speeds vary.
Check out what's going on with 93 WIBC.
This Saturday is one of the nation's biggest parades, the AES 500 Festival Parade. And the WIBC Home and Garden Show will bring you all the action live. Don't miss this indie tradition.
The deals and specials are sizzling hot. It's the Central Indiana Gun and Knife Show this Saturday and Sunday at the Hendricks County Fairgrounds in Danville. The best dealers in the region. Hundreds of tables. Just $6 for adults. Kids 12 and under get in free. Must be 18 or accompanied by an adult. Buy, sell, trade. This Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Hendricks County Fairgrounds in Danville. For more info, visit centralindianagunshows.com.
Amber and Nigel here, inviting you to join us as we kick off the weekend every Friday around 5:45 with Beer Sample Friday, brought to you by our friends at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
Heat and cool with nearly geothermal efficiency in places you can't fit ductwork with Mitsubishi electric ductless mini splits.
Just go to absolutecomfort.org. That's absolutecomfort.org.
There it is. It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that TV theme song? Here's how we play. First of all, I'm Tony Katz. This is 93 WIBC. Producer Carl behind the board. Matt Bear in the WIBC Traffic Center. Ryan Hedrick in the newsroom. Carl picks a song, a theme song, a television theme song from yesteryear. I have to guess what it is, and that is the theme to Home Improvement. Almost said Tool Time. That's not the theme to Tool Time, which was the show inside the show. Tim Allen being very meta. Right? And as we know, this show was about Jonathan Taylor Thomas. No, wasn't it? Nicely done, but I think that one was easy for most of a Gen X generation. That was pretty easy. I'm starting to think that I need to brush up on some stuff. I need to start going through some more recent TV and make sure I've got everything together, because I think this is going to get more and more difficult. Here is the story. The big beautiful bill has passed the House, 215 to 214. Is it worthwhile? We will discuss on Tony Katz today at noon. Of course, the Pacers take game one against the Knicks, 138 to 135 in overtime. Halliburton with the shot of shots to get it into overtime, doing the choke move. Oh, the Knicks have got to be broken. I only hope so. And of course, the death of Jim Irsay yesterday at the age of 65. That's going to be the big story today. For us, I'm going to see you guys tomorrow live out there at Just Add Water Boats on South Franklin. We've got Carb Day starting with our porch party. Just Add Water Boats, Java House with the coffee, Just Add Water Boats bringing the food. And they've got giveaways like you would not believe. Oh, be there. Be there and get the stuff. Also some great deals on pontoon boats, on wave runners, all sorts of things at justaddwaterboats.com. Matt Bear will be there. It's going to be an incredible time. That's how Carb Day starts. It's going to end with Hammer and Nigel at the track. So good. Let us start the weekend tomorrow. I'll bring the cigars. You bring you. Just Add Water Boats right there on South Franklin in Indy, starting at 6 a.m. I will see you there. Kendall and Casey up next. Matt Bear has traffic.
All right, Tony, looking at a crash that's on the exit from southbound 65 to 465. The ramp is open, but it is partially blocked. Northbound 65 grinds when you get to Raymond Street. Up to the south split, it's a construction zone with lanes reduced until the end of next year.